Jody, where you at, girl?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. Hold on, guys. Damn cat some water. All right. So, how do you know when people enter the chat room? Can you? Is that something you can see?
Yeah, I can see it on my end.
Okay. All right. I just came upstairs. I'm just trying to get situated real quick.
That's cool.
Charger, plug my phone in and shit. You gonna be tripping crazy this shit. Okay, you can hear me clear.
hmm
Uh, Blackout. You can hear me.
Yeah,
Okay. Should I go? Should I elaborate?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, do you want me to start over, or do you want me just to pick up where I left?
You can pick up where you left. Oh, you can start over. It's up to you. However you want. You can make start from the beginning.
Oh,
You want to start
who
from the beginning?
the fuck? This fucking dude. Hold on a minute. I had some fucking earbuds, and this fucking bitch done fucking did something with my shit, man. I saw him the other day, and
Look like you got kicked off. You have to log back in. Girl, I don't know if you can hear me, but you can hit that same link to come back up. I don't know if you got a phone call or what. I'm just waiting on you. Just go ahead and hit that link or call me and let me know what's going on. Hey, girl, where you at? I'm about to send you the link again. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm about to give her a call. It's probably gonna knock me off too, huh? Jody, girl, where you at? You there?
yeah, I'm here now.
All right, go ahead.
I might even hit it with my cheek or some shit. Who knows? But yeah. So it's like 1:30 in the fucking morning. We way the fuck out in Mommy, and like that Mommy's a suburb, so like ain't shit out there. All the little gas station stores, all that shit's closed. And he ain't got nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody trying to come fucking out there to pick him up because he gonna need gas money. Ain't nobody about to just drive way the fuck out there like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning and shit to come get his bitch ass. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, he got a book bag, packed all this shit, ready to go. This, that, and the other. And I'm like, at this point, I'm not fucking coming back. He trying to get me to come back, trying to text me, say, oh, I'll go back and I'll admit myself to the rehab center at Midwest, this, that, and the other. Just bring me my clothes. For what? I'm not bringing you your clothes because, bitch, like, they'll give your ass some motherfucking scrubs you can sit up in, a hospital gown, some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need no motherfucking clothes. Not in no motherfucking 1 o'clock in the morning. Wear the goddamn dirty ass drawers you got on your motherfucking back now. Period. The fuck? So I left and I'm headed home. He gonna call, 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 call. Text, 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 text. I'm not answering shit. You got me fucked up. So, then he calls his motherfucking mama. And he got his mom calling me. And done woke her the fuck up because I had already talked to his mom like around 11:30ish, because at that time he was on Big O Live and he was fucking talking to bitches, and I consider that fucking cheating. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you gonna give your attention to some online bitch and shit, then you can give your attention to me. I'm your living fucking girlfriend. The hell? So I'm pissed off about that. I'm bitching about that. So I call his mom, tell his mom what the fuck's going on, tell his mom, like, he's high right now, you know, this, that, and the other. Because that way she knows what's going on. So if he tries or attempts to go to her house, you know, she won't answer the door. So basically he ain't got nowhere to go for the night. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
she just recently got hip to this drug problem. So once she got hip to the shit and started listening to, you know, like what I had to say, some of the stories and shit started making sense because back in the day, she used to be a drug addict. So
Oh, did she?
yeah, she used to smoke crack and shit when they were little. So that's why he used to always get left and always be at either his grandma's, like his mom's, or his dad's mom's when he was little. And then, you know, just whatever, because she just be out doing whatever. So, you know, once I started telling her what was going on and shit, then, you know, she'd be like, you know, you right. So, anyways, I leave. I'm driving home. Takes me like I said, like about 20 minutes to get home. And she's calling me. Well, she was already stressed out at 11:30 when I talked to her. So I'm not trying to be stressing out his fucking mom, you know, because she's older. I'm not trying to cause no heart attacks, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because dealing with a drug addict in general, like, they already put you through it,
Mm-hmm.
through that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And if she going through it by me calling her, telling her what's going on, you know, he's grown. He's 48 years old. It's like, well, what the fuck is she going to do to her grown ass son? She can't do nothing. You know what I'm
Damn, I didn't know
saying?
he was that old. Damn, damn
Yeah.
near 50.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Sure is. And so, yeah. So, you know, like, So, anyways, I get almost close to home. And it dawned on me, I'm thinking in my head, I said, you know, the one person that would leave and go pick him up right now would be Lance, his
Who the
friend
hell?
Lance. And Lance lives right around the corner from me. And I've been wanting to talk to Lance, but Lance don't like me because we had kind of got into it a long time ago. and it wasn't even like we got into it. We were in the middle of a funeral, and he was drunk, and he came in the church and he started tripping on one of his boys, and then after
At the funeral?
yeah, and then after the funeral, like from the funeral going to the cemetery, the dude that he got into it with, he was a pallbearer, and he got scared and he dipped, and he never even fucking made it to the cemetery, or even got to even carry the casket because he was afraid of Lance. So I said some shit about it. I told him to chill the fuck out. Like, you know what I'm saying? You doing too much. Like, I know everybody's emotions and shit are heightened right now over like y'all friend's death, but like you can't be fucking threatening James and like scaring him off. Like, come on, bro. Like, squash that shit for fucking an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
anyways, Lance has got a girl and that he
Wait
lives
a minute. Wait a minute. Let me start this over. Because it
with.
don't
Okay.
sound like
Aunt Beach, your fucking ass stinks, girl.
what'd you say?
My cat said her ass stinks. She just took a fucking dump. Shit. I'm gonna have to
Oh.
clean her fucking cat box, man. That shit stinks, the hell. Damn cat. Um, okay, so like I was saying,
Wait a
like
minute. I'm just checking something real quick. Wait a minute.
okay.
You still there? Can you still hear me? Jody. Jody.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was shit. Why is this shit not connecting? Hold on, I'm trying to connect the earbud. Give me like 2 seconds. Fuck, how you do this dumb shit? Say something. Say
Something.
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 Okay. That didn't work. Okay.
I don't even know if we still live. I think we need to just start from scratch.
It says live 13 minutes in my corner.
Do it.
Yeah.
I
Connected for
see
a
it on
couple of.
mine too, but when I go to my page, I don't see it live.
Damn. What the fuck? It's crazy because it says my Bluetooth's connected, but it ain't connecting to this damn live stream. That's fucking weird.
I can hear you though.
Is there anybody in the room that like
No,
viewing?
that's why
No.
I don't know if it's live or not. Because I'm looking at this one that says 4 minutes. I ended 11 minutes ago, and then it's showing. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see. Hold on. Connect your YouTube account to join live. Hold on a minute. Continue. Premier wants to access. Manage. Continue. Shit, what just happened? Lucy Lou, Blackout Media. Show on stage. Let's see. I'm trying to connect to this shit. Yes, it was done. Okay, chat with everyone in the studio. Can you see my comment that I put? Can you see my comment?
No, what you put?
Just hi, just to see if it would pop up.
Oh, that's the private chat.
Oh, okay. I don't
You see
know.
where it says post a comment? That's where you do the public chat. That's the behind the scenes that would nobody be able to see.
Okay. Page closed. Engagement RX. Okay, go away. Fuck. Chat.
What happened, girl? Jody, where you at, girl? I'm about to bring you back up.
We ain't got nothing, honey.
All right. Yeah. Okay, go
All
ahead.
right. Okay, now everything's fucking working because now my earbuds are working and everything. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, and you can hear me. All right, sweet.
Yeah.
Baby, I ain't got nothing for you. I don't know what the fuck you want, but I ain't even got it. I love you too, but I ain't got it.
Who you talking to?
The goddamn dog.
The what?
He
The
having a,
dog.
the dog. He having a conniption fit right now. He must think I got something to eat or something that I ain't got. The fuck. I ain't got no biscuits, no TREATS, none of that shit. The hell? I ain't got it, buddy. I ain't got shit. He like, Mom, listen to me. Cause you know he blind, so he can hear certain things. So he's just like, I heard a bowl and a fork. Like, stop playing with me, Mom. Anyways, um, shit, I forgot. Oh, okay. All right, so what I was telling you was on my way back from fucking dumping his ass off at the rehab center, and
You
fucking
dumped him
never.
off.
I did. For real. Like I just dumped him off. Like he tried so hard, Car, to get back on my shit, and I back in my shit to me to come back. Like all that shit. Like, no, I'm gone. Doors locked. I don't give a fuck if it's raining. I don't give a fuck if you gotta walk fucking 50 fucking miles. I don't give a fuck what the goddamn continent, city, state. I don't care anything. I'm gone, bitch.
Right.
So, like I said, on my way back, it's like a 20-minute drive. So I'm over there talking to my brother and shit, and then I'm like, let me call you back because no, actually, I lied. I stayed on the phone with him and I said to him, I was like, you know what? The only thing I can think of is Lance, his friend that lives around the corner from me. He's like literally lives probably like 5 houses from me. I was like, he'd be the only person that would go pick his bitch ass up right now at like fucking, you know, 1 fucking 30 in the morning, whatever the fuck time it was. So, I'm talking to my brother, and I decide I'm gonna go over by Lance's house. Now, mind you, Lance don't like me because, like I said, we had got into it at a funeral a few years ago, whatever. So we just don't talk. He don't come over my house. I don't go over his house. We, you know what I'm saying? We separate. So I've heard through the grapevine that his girl don't like me either. Now, what's crazy was a couple summers ago, we had all went. They had uh, uh, like a suite out at Mommy Bay and shit, and they had me and Dame. They had me and Dame and a couple other couples go up there and shit. And we hung out, and then you get swimming passes and shit when you stay there. So we went swimming and stuff. And all the kids were there and shit. We had a good ass time. So I ain't seen his girl since then. So I'm thinking like, now how the hell this girl don't even like me? And that was the last time I didn't even talk to her. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm about to be a ballsy ass bitch today. I'm going and knocking on some doors at fucking 1:30 in the morning. I don't give a fuck. Like, you gonna pull a gun out on me? You gonna have to just blow my head off today because I'm taking the risk. I don't give a fuck. So I'm talking to my brother and I'm telling him this. I'm like, bro, I'm like, they gonna be mad. I'm coming and knocking on this door. I don't even know what I'm walking into right now, but like, this is what's going on. So just in case some shit does pop off, at least my bro knew where I was at and shit. So I go knock on the door. Tracy comes to the door. She's like, hey. And I'm like, hi. I'm like, I know you know who I am. I'm Damon's girl. And I was like, I need to talk to you about Damon. And she's like, oh, come on in. I was like, all right. So I come in and I sit down and I'm like, who's all here? Because I didn't see Lance's truck outside. And she's like, nobody. It's just me. I said, ain't no kids here, nothing. And she was like, nah. And I'm like, all right, because I don't know what I gotta watch my mouth around, whatever, 1 in the morning, the hell. So it's just her. So I'm like, cool. So I'm like, listen, I don't know what you know about this motherfucker, but my boyfriend, he a whole fiend. And I know he comes over here a lot and shit. And all I'm gonna tell you is you got anything of motherfucking value, you put it up. Because he's done stole from me and he done stole from his mama. So if you're gonna steal from us, I don't know what in the fuck you would think that he wouldn't steal from you or he wouldn't steal from his boy Lance. Now, real talk, they're like vendors. So like they buy shit and then they like set up shop and like sell shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
One day Damon comes home and he brings me a pair of purple sunglasses. It's got like a butterfly on. They're cute as hell.
He stole from over there.
Well, look, I knew off rip. And I was like, where you get these sunglasses from? He was like, the hospital. I was like, boy, hey, these sunglasses ain't in no goddamn hospital. I say, you done stole these motherfuckers from Lance. And he starts laughing. Well, not laughing, but smirking, like smiling, like, how you know? And he's like, nah, I took them from the hospital. I said, you a goddamn lie. You did not take them motherfuckers from the damn hospital. You done took them from Lance. And he smiled or whatever, and he was like, well, Lance gave them to me. I was like, Damon, Lance didn't give them to you. The fuck? Why would Lance give you a pair of sunglasses to give to me and Lance can't even stand me? Make that shit make sense. Like the fucking stories that he fucking tells and protrudes out of his motherfucking mouth is like so fucking unrealistic. You just like, where in the fuck do you come up with this bullshit from, bro?
Dope fiend stories, girl.
Dope, and that's what you should have titled this whole thing. Dope fiend stories. The fuck? We should and we should do is what we should do is we should do series like dope stories part one.
Okay, this part
Dope
one then. I can add
yeah,
the
shit. Then fuck. Then we got dope stories. -1, -2, -3. Like, man, listen, because you wouldn't even believe all the damn stories in the goddamn past that even led us up to this goddamn point. I mean, this is 8 years in the making now. The fuck. Now, so I'm sitting there, I'm talking to her, and I tell her, I'm like, I don't know what y'all know, but or what you heard, or what you just whatever. But Damon's a fucking drug addict. He's addicted to cocaine and he's addicted to alcohol. And at this point, I don't even know if the motherfucker's smoking crack. And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Hell no." She's like, "Man, I don't even think Lance knows this shit." And I was like, "Well, I'm not trying to be rude." I said, "But do y'all fuck around?" And she's like, "Hell no." She was like, I said, "Lance don't?" She said, "Hell no." She said, "Lance don't even drink." She said, "But we smoke hella weed." And I was like, I'm not trying to be in your business or anything. I was like, because it is none of my business. Like, it's your life, you do whatever. I said, but I live around the corner from you. I said, and every single time he leaves to go with Lance, he comes home high. And I was like, so I don't know where the fuck Lance be taking him or any of that shit. And she's like, yeah, he be fucking. She was like, man, she's like, all this shit's making sense. She like, as I'm talking to her, you can see her face and her mind is like thinking about
So she thinking about what?
past scenarios, like just like
He must be on drugs and hiding from her, and he do
from
drugs with
from
Damien.
nah. So she her and Lance don't do nothing but weed. So when she was growing up and shit like that, her family, was some addicts and shit like that. So, as she got older, she she's like, I ain't about to be no addict. So the only thing she smokes is fucking weed. Like
No,
I said, she
I'm
don't
talking about her boyfriend.
the boyfriend too. The
Oh,
boyfriend
okay,
too.
okay.
He don't because when he drinks, he gets real mean and aggressive. So he don't even drink. He don't fuck around because he knows probably that he'll end his ass up in jail or something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, he don't even drink. He don't do shit but smoke weed. And I'm like, well, um, yeah, like this is what's going on. And she's like, how long this shit been going on for? I said, I think the whole 8 years I've been dating him. I said, but the thing is, I don't fuck around and stuff like that. And it took me a really long time to even start realizing some of the symptoms or like the functions that he does, you know what I mean? Because I was always curious because my dad was a coke addict. So I know that like they tend to like move their bottom jaw and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so she says that to me. She said, she's sitting there. I didn't even say that. She
Oh,
said that to
she
me.
talking about Damon.
Yeah. Yeah, she sat there and she looked at me and she said, "You know what?" She said, "Everything you saying right now makes so much sense." She said because he be coming over here and he always moving around, can't sit still. She was like, and he always playing with his mouth or moving his mouth. And I was
Oh,
like, "Yup." I was like, "That's that John shit." And she was like, "Yup." And she was like, I'm hit to the jaw and shit. I said, me too, because my dad, he used to do it. And so I said, this motherfucker, he be jawing so much when either he's high or even when he's not high. The other day he was jawing so goddamn bad, bitch, craving for the shit, or maybe he was high on the shit and I just didn't know. This motherfucker bit a hole fucking through his right through the whole fucking side of his tongue.
did he?
His shit was bleeding all over the place.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's like, damn, that shit's crazy. She's like, Jody. She was like, I must say this. She was like, Lance. She was like, he gets on my nerves because how men are. And she was like, but I'm gonna say this. She was like, Lance, he's got a big ass heart. And if he finds out that Damon's on drugs like this is about to crush him. And she was like, because they've been boys and grew up together ever since they was little, like 5, 6 years old. And I was
For
like,
real?
yeah. And I was like, yeah, they all grew up on Fulton Street. So fucking, I was like, well, like this is what's going on, Tracy. Like, and so she's like, man, she was like, I'm about to say something to Lance. He about to flip the fuck out, girl. And I was like, well, that is why I came over here because I really don't want Lance to go give him a ride because I just took him to rehab out in Long Mead and he begged me to go to the store to get him a hot dog because he ain't ate all day. I get to the fucking, as soon as I pulled out the parking lot, this motherfucker done checked himself out. She said, you're bullshit. And I said, hell no. She was like, damn, that's crazy. She was like, so where are you at now? I said, bitch, I left him there. I said, his dumbass got the fuck out of the car. I said, the second he got out of the motherfucking car, bitch, I peeled the fuck out of that motherfucker. Raining and pouring and all. And I didn't even give a fuck. I said, he been blowing me up. He blowing me up right now while I'm sitting there talking to her. She was like, hell no. I was like, so where's Lance at? Because I know he about to get off work. She was like, I think he is off work. She said, but he was supposed to go do DoorDash or whatever, like overnight. And I was like, well, I ain't trying to tell y'all what to do, but would you mind calling him and basically telling him, like, not to go pick up Damon? And she's like, hold up. So she calls him and she's like, where you at? He's like, oh, I'm just getting off work. I'm about to go pick up Damon. He's out on Heather Downs, this, that, and the other. And she's like, no, look. She's like, no, you're not. And he's like, what? And she's like, no, you're not. And so I don't know what the fuck he said to her, but the phone gets hung up. He hangs up. So she was like, I swear to God, she was like, he better not go get him. So she calls him back. And she's like, I want you to come home. We need to talk. She's like, because Damon's girlfriend's over here right now. And she's done told me like some wild shit about your boy. And you need to come talk. You need to listen to what she's got to say. And he fucking flips the fuck out because I'm there. And
Did
he's like, yeah. He's like, you need to tell that fucking bitch to get the fuck out of our house.
Oh.
This, that, and the other. And she's like, and not trying to be funny, but she runs the fucking show in that motherfucker. And she fucking said to me, she was like, she told me that too. She was like, I run shit. He don't run shit. I run shit. And she was like, I got this. And I'm like, okay. So he's like then blowing her the fuck up. And she stopped answering the phone. And she wouldn't answer the phone no more. And he's just steady blowing her the fuck up. And so we end up sitting there and we're still talking. We talked for probably about another it felt like an hour. And then all of a sudden, here comes Lance through the back door. So mind you, what was going on from the time that he last hung up with her and that he was talking to me, or Tracy or whatever, he did go pick him up and he took him to his mom's house and dropped him off at his mom's.
Oh, did he?
And yeah, and so he comes through the back door, he walks in and he's like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
He's
And I
talking to you
said,
or her?
he's talking to me. Lance was talking to me.
Was
He's
he?
like, yeah. He comes through the back door. He's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I said, what the fuck's wrong with me? I said, what the fuck is wrong with your boy? He said, nah, what the fuck's wrong with you? And Tracy's like, you need to chill the fuck out. And you ain't about to be talking to her like that. You need to sit your ass down. You need to listen. And I'm like, He's like, no, no, because that bitch, she just fucking left him. She just dropped his ass off and fucking left him stranded on Heather Downs. I was like, on Heather Downs? I was like, I didn't fucking drop him off and leave him on fucking Heather Downs. I fucking took him to the goddamn rehab center. And Tracy was like, yeah, so listen to her. She got shit she gotta say. And he's like kind of bugged out. So he shuts the fuck up and he starts listening when I got the fuck to say. I said,
Mm-hmm.
hey, Lance, I said, first of all, I'm tired. I said, this man is addicted to coke. I said he's addicted to alcohol. Alcohol leads to the coke. I said, and at this point, I don't even know. He might even be smoking crack, bro. I said, he's stealing from me. He done stole my motherfucking shoes. He done took my motherfucking clothes and pawned them to Plato's Closet. I said, and his dumb ass admitted the motherfucking shit. I done drove to Plato's Closet with him sitting in the motherfucking car, went inside, talked to the goddamn staff while he's sitting in the motherfucking car, found my clothes hanging on their goddamn rack, took it up to the fucking desk, told them that my shit was fucking stolen. The thief sitting in my motherfucking car. Pull him up in your computer system. His name's Damon Hodge. The fuck? And she was like, ma'am, I'm sorry, we can't give out. I said, you ain't gotta give me shit. I'm telling you the information. I said, so I'm here to buy my own clothes back. I was like, so if you can discount this or something for me, this shit's mine. And then the one girl, she walks up and she's like, well, we need a police report. I said, well, then I'll go fucking downtown and file a whole goddamn police report to get my motherfucking clothes back. In the meantime, I'll buy them back. I said, so, because they wanted like $50 for the sweatshirt and the leggings. It was an Adidas outfit, Adidas pant, Adidas leggings, and an Adidas sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, hold on a minute. Let me go talk to my manager. So the manager comes on. She asks me what the fuck's going on. So I repeat the story to her. So while I'm waiting for the manager, I go through my fucking my photos, like my Google photos, and I find a picture of myself, a full body picture wearing this whole motherfucking outfit. And check it, yo. My fucking outfit that I got, Carla, like I know I said it's an Adidas outfit, right? But my Adidas outfit wasn't just like your plain, oh, black and white Adidas outfit. My Adidas outfit was this it's like a faded red. It's not even red and it's not a pink. And it's like in between a red and a pink, but it's faded. It's like a faded maroon and it wasn't like washed worn or that's just the color it was. So it's like it was odd that I'm gonna pull up that particular outfit that I'm wearing and I'm holding it in my hand in their store. So as soon as the manager came up, she's like, how can I help you? And I said, this is my outfit and my boyfriend's a drug addict and he pawned it. And so I showed her the picture and she's like, here you go. She was like, it's yours. And I was like, I can have it. And I was like, because I was going to buy it. And she was like, no, honey. She said, that's some fucked up shit. She was like, take it. She was like, it's yours. And I'm going to put a block on his account so he can't ever come in here again and fucking pawn anything. And I started crying. I gave her a hug and I thanked her. And so I told Lance, like that, how he was stealing my shit and all this stuff like that. So he's like sitting there like, damn, like that's some fucked up ass shit, you know what I'm saying? And then like I started like elaborating more like about some of the stories, and I was like, every time you fucking take him over Aunt's house, I was like, Aunt's is drug dealer. So I don't know if Dosh does the shit or not, but Aunt does the shit. And so he's like, man, he was like, I'm about to beat Damon's ass.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And like, cause he told me like when he first came in and he started yelling at me, and he's like, uh, why you always doing shit to Damon, this, that, and the other. And he was like, you lie too fucking much. Ain't nobody about to believe you, this, that, and the other. And I was like, Lance, what the fuck do I gotta lie for? I ain't about to come over to your motherfucking house and knock on your door at 1:30 in the motherfucking morning, fucking trying to fucking get some goddamn help to get this motherfucker away from me because I want peace for the night to fucking sleep. I gotta wake up and go to work at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. I said, I'm tired of dealing with this shit. He uses you as a scapegoat. I said, he comes over here and then he fucking has bitches pick him up and then he goes and fucking gets high with them. I said, he comes over here, he jumps on motherfucking live, he's flirting with fucking bitches, telling them how beautiful they are. Oh, girl, you got that long, thick hair. I wish I had hair. That's what he said. That's what the fuck he said verbatim. The fuck? He told this bitch, he was like, you got that good, long, thick hair. I wish I had me some hair. Fucking bald ass bitch. Fuck. So, then he be telling these bitches like, "Oh, you so beautiful." This, that, and the other. The one girl he fucking tried hollering at, she fucking came back at him. She's like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what he said because he deleted the message, but she came back at him and she was like, I'm cool. She was like, I'm not interested in you. I'm not trying to date you. I'm not trying to talk to you. She said, your whole timeline is flooded with your girlfriend. And he was like, we ain't even together no more, but it's cool. That's your loss. So I called the girl on FaceTime off of his messenger. So she thought that he was calling, and it wasn't. It was me calling off of his messenger. So she answers the phone. She got an attitude. She's like, "What the fuck you calling me on Messenger for?" And I was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, "This is Damon's girlfriend." I was like, "I'm not trying to bother you, ma'am. I just noticed that my boyfriend was just trying to holler at you. I just read all the messages in his Facebook." I said, "So I don't really know what the hell's going on. I'm still trying to figure it out my damn self." I said, "Because he done deleted half of these damn messages, and I saw where you came back and you replied to him and you told him basically like, like fuck you. I saw your girl on your page and I don't want shit to do with you. And I just want to let you know I respect you for that." I said, because you wouldn't believe how many motherfucking bitches he gets in the inboxes of. I get back in their inbox and tell them who I am and what the fuck's going on. And they turn around and they lie. They fucking laugh at me and they tell me I'm a liar. They tell
Damn.
me he's girl. Do you know how many fucking bitches done told me this shit? These bitches done told me that he's never lived with me. Um, ain't none of his shit here. The fuck? We had been together for years. I mean, I could go on for fucking days about the shit that he tells these bitches. And these dumbass hoes be fucking believing this shit. And I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all is dumb as fuck. And for real, I don't even care. Let them talk to these dumb assholes. But I be trying to warn them because what he does is he tries to finesse them, or like he'll find an ugly ass bitch or some shit, and then he'll start making her feel comfortable or beautiful or some shit, and just so that he can kind of like win them over. And then he starts asking them for money. And then these dumbass hoes start sending him money. And then the money that they're sending him, he's taking and off of his Cash App and he's going to do drugs with the shit. So
Hmm.
when I try to tell the girls about it, like what they're doing, why are you sending them money? You're supporting my boyfriend's drug addict. That's what you're doing. You're supporting his drug habit. They fucking turn around, they tell me I'm lying. Okay. I'm done, bitches. Be the dumb bitch and go ahead. Keep sending them some motherfucking money. The one bitch sent him $100.
For real?
Yeah. Her name was Red. She lived down in motherfucking Tennessee, and then had the audacity to tell me she was gonna drive up here to Ohio to beat my ass. Cause I, because I told her, I said thanks for sending the $100 to my boyfriend because I used it on my electric bill. Fuck,
So he
bitch.
be dogging you out to them, lying on you.
Yep, yep. And then what I do is I jump on TikTok or Big O Live on not my name. I jump in because I got his passwords to everything. I jump in on his account. And then I get in these lies. And then I be telling these bitches what the fuck's up. And then he be getting mad as fuck because he be like, why don't you go on your own account? Why the fuck would I want to go on my account when your friends are different than my mother friends and motherfucking friends, and you're the one entertaining them? And how the fuck am I gonna read all these damn messages that you flirting with all these motherfucking hoes on my account? Make that shit make sense, you dumb bitch. Like, go do some more drugs, would you please? Bye. The fuck? So, so Lance, like I said, let me go back to that. So Lance, he's mad as fuck. He's like, man, I'm about to beat Damon's ass. He's like, this shit ain't cool. He was like, I'm calling the crew. That's it. That's what he said,
He
Carlos.
calling who?
He said, I'm calling the crew.
What
The
crew?
crew. The crew. So I'm sitting there. Hold on, I'm about to tell you. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at Lance's girlfriend like, the crew? What the fuck is he talking about, the crew? And she said, girl, he about to call all Damon's childhood friends up right now. And they about to have a meeting.
What?
And he was not playing. He made the phone call right in front of my motherfucking face.
Did he?
He sure did. He said, you don't know him? He said, but I'm about to call Rome. I said, I know who Rome is. He was like, I said, I met Rome a couple times. And he was like, that's our childhood friend. He said, now we all knew Damon ever since we was about this high, like 5, 6 years old. He's like, we all grew up together on foot. Like, this is our gang. And I'm like, he was like, this shit ain't cool. He was like, because one of their other dudes, I guess, did get addicted to crack. And they all tried to get him to like go to rehab and shit. And right now he's MIA. Um, so he calls Rome up right in front of me. He's like, hey nigga, he's like, I'm about to pull up. He's like, you got a blunt wrap? He's like, cause I'm about to come over. We about to smoke. We gotta talk. He's like, and it's some serious ass shit. I'm about to beat the fuck out of Damon. And Rome must have said, what? Because he repeated he repeated himself and he's like, Damon. And he was like, man, he's like, I ain't even playing. He's like, that dude's doing too much. So now um he picks up his fucking keys and shit, and he comes up to me and he gave me a hug. And I was actually shocked. And it was funny because when I told you when I first got over there, Tracy kept saying, Lance has got a real big heart. And I'm just looking at her
Who gave
like,
you a
yeah.
hug? Lance?
Huh?
Lance gave you a hug?
Yeah, Lance gave me a hug.
Okay.
So we went from busting in the door to bitch, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing here? Like, how the fuck you gonna leave my dude stranded on fucking Heather down? You do too much. Like, you always stressing the nigga out. The fuck? Like, to giving me a motherfucking hug.
You know why
Real
you gave you that
talk.
hug? Because you spit some real shit to him and hit him in his soul. He couldn't do nothing but give you a motherfucking hug because he know you was telling the truth. Shit.
Yeah, because I sat there and I started crying, man. And I was like, you know what? I said, Lance, I love that man. I said, why the fuck you think I've been fucking with him for as long as I have? Because I've been hoping that he would get his shit together to get sober. I've been trying to work with him. He said, well, I've been talking to his mom and them about getting his own place. I said, Well, I just talked to his mom earlier today, and I was at his mom's house when he was high. I said, so his mom knows everything that's going on, and she don't even really want him there, Lance. I said, she don't even want him staying there. And he said to me, he said, Jody, he said, let me tell you something real quick. He's like, you ain't gonna want to hear this shit. He said, leave that man the fuck alone. He said, pack all of his shit. I will pack. He said, I'll pull up and I'll load that shit all the fuck up. He said, pack all that fucking man shit. Don't answer his calls. Don't answer his texts. He needs to be cut off cold fucking turkey because you want to know why? And I said, I already know. I said, because I'm enabling him. He
You
said, you
are.
got it.
You
He
are.
said, he said, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, let him figure out what the fuck it's like to live out here on these damn streets and not have a home to go to or how to pay an electric bill or how to fucking pay his own rent, whatever the case
He want
is.
you to let him basically let him hit rock bottom.
He did. He told me that. Sure did. Sure
Did he?
did. And yes, he did. And I respect that. I respect that because Lance ain't Lance loves him. Like not gay, but
I know.
you know, like it's hard to watch like one of your friends falter. Like that's how I felt about Denise. You know what I'm saying? It was like
Mm-hmm.
I can't help her. That's my childhood friend, and it killed me so bad. The shit she was doing, I had to bounce out of her life.
Oh yeah, you got to do that sometime. I
And
did.
so it's crazy that I can bounce out of her life with being friends with her since we was 4 years old, but it's so hard for me to bounce the fuck out of Damon's life. Somebody said to me that's because it's a different type of love, which is
True.
probably true. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm like, I was always the type of bitch to be like, man, bitch, you dumb as fuck. Leave that dude. What is you doing? You can do bad all by yourself. Like, what the fuck is you doing? And then I ended up being one of them bitches. And I still to this day sometimes think about how in the fuck did I get here? How? How the fuck did I allow myself to even get here? How the fuck can you love somebody and your love gets so fucking toxic that you can't walk the fuck away? So then I start thinking and I'm like, maybe it has to do with Joe dying and having an overdose. And maybe I feel guilty from that. And maybe I'm afraid that if I leave, that I'm going to lose him the same way and feel guilty from that shit. Hold on, I gotta taste that.
Mm.
So honestly, I don't have answers on that.
Where is he at now? That's the question.
I'm getting there.
All right.
So Lance pops out, he leaves, and he's gone. And time's going by, and I'm sitting there, and I was talking to his wife, and his wife was just being positive, giving me, positive vibes, telling me like you can do this. So all of a sudden, Lance calls, and he's talking, kind of wanted to know where I was at. And she's like, she's still here. And I'm like, what time is it? And she's like, 4 o'clock. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta wake up at 7 o'clock in the goddamn morning. Fuck. And so I was like, I gotta go. And so she said, Lance told me to tell you that um he's taking he's taking Damon. He dropped Damon off somewhere. They didn't tell me that it was at his mom's house. I didn't find out until the next day it was at his mom's. She said, but Lance is taking him in the morning to the rehab center. He told me to tell you, don't worry about him. Go home, go to sleep. You ain't got to worry about him for a few days, whatever. Lance is taking him for you. And I said, okay. So he ends up fucking. I end up fucking leaving. And I came home and I fucking woke up in the morning and I went to work and I got a text message around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was from Tracy, and she said, I just want to let you know Lance just dropped him off at rehab and you can sleep. You're cool. So he's in rehab right now.
Is he? How long they
And
been?
since yesterday,
How long you gonna be there?
I don't know. They take your phones away from you, so he has no access to his telephone. I called his mom today to see if she's talked to him, and she hasn't talked to him. He hasn't called there or anything like that. She knows that he's in rehab. And Damon's dad was supposed to come in town this weekend to sit down and take Damon and his mom out to dinner. And they were all supposed to be talking about some issues that happened when Damon was little and what may be causing all these triggers of him to want to do drugs and alcohol now. So Damon tells me before he went to the rehab center, when he agreed while we were packing his book bag, he told me that his dad called him earlier that day and he found a Cocaine Anonymous inpatient place down in Columbus, and that Damon was going to go stay with his dad down in Columbus, and his dad was coming up here this weekend to talk to him about it. So I didn't believe that. That just sounds corny as fuck to me because his dad, I done called his dad numerous times and begged his dad to let him come down to Columbus and I would take him down there to drop him off. And so when I threw that at his mom today, when I talked to his mom said his dad ain't ever said that. I said, well, I didn't think his dad said that. I said, but that's what Damon Dunn said. So
You know he's
I
lying.
I said I figured I'd just tell you what the fuck kind of more lies that your fucking son's going around just telling everybody for fun. And his mom was like, "Yeah, he came up here banging out my door at fucking 3 o'clock in the fucking morning." She said his eyes were bugged out of his head, and he was higher than shit. And
For real?
that's what she said to me. I said, I already know. I said, because he fucking went on his Google account. He was so fucking high, bitch. He went on his Google account and he posted a picture, or not a picture. He posted a video of himself. Oh, I do got just a little bit of weed left. I just found.
You're not gonna get
Okay,
sick, huh?
go for them at the roller shit. Oh, okay. So, shit, girl, I gotta do something. The hell, you
I
be
know
stressing
that's
me
right.
out. So, yeah. So, what was I just saying? Oh, my dingy ass dad.
You said he showed up at his mama house zooted.
Oh, hell, zooted. That's a great word. I like that word. Fuck, give me the new verbiage. Zooted. Hell yeah, he was. That's a great word, bitch, because that's exactly what he was. He was zooted and booted. The fuck? I done booted his ass, and then he went and got zooted. The fuck? Shit. Oh, I know what I was telling you. So I'll go on his Google account, bitch. He's so high, he must have thought he was on live or some shit. He made a he made a video. I'm gonna send them to you too. He made a fucking video talking about, I'm out here in the middle of bumfuck Egypt, and I just got left, and man, this shit's crazy as hell. Like, I can't believe I just got stranded like this. I just got left. Like, this shit's wild. And then the next video, he's standing. I don't know what the fuck bar they got out there on Heather Downs, but he done walked his ass to the nearest bar, bitch. And like I said, when I left his ass, it was like what 1:30 or some shit. And then his mom said he didn't make it there until like 3. So God only fucking knows how long he must have been at the bar to the bar fucking closed or some shit. I don't know. So yeah, so he's fucking sitting there at the fuck standing out in front of the fucking bar talking about how fucking lit he is. And His
Must have found some
eyes.
drugs from somebody at the bar.
I don't know if he begged somebody to buy him a shot or what the fuck, because he pulled out his wallet before he went to the rehab center, and he didn't have no money at all in his wallet. But earlier that day, when we went to his mom's house, he did go pick up a new Cash App card, which is crazy because I got access. He's got two Cash App accounts. I have access to one of them. And I told him, as soon as he pulled out that Cash App card, I said to him, I said, so what did you do? Activate your other Cash App account and have some bitch fucking send you the fucking money, thinking that I wasn't going to know anything about it? And he was like, what are you talking about? I said, exactly what the fuck I said. You can't fucking understand English. I said, I'm hip to your next move. I already know what the fuck you're doing. I was like, you got two Cash App accounts. You having bitches Cash App you on your other account because I don't have access to it, and you think you're gonna hide it from me so that you can take that money and go do the drugs with it. The fuck? So, yeah, girl, like I told him, I said, any fucking lie that you tell me, I don't give a fuck if it's small, big, large, whatever. I'm calling you out on your bullshit.
I know that's
every
right.
every fucking inch piece of it. You could think I'm
Mm-hmm.
arguing with you. You could think I'm fighting with you. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm calling you out on your bullshit. Period. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you be having some crazy thoughts in your mind. Nah, bitch, motherfucker. They your crazy ass motherfucking thoughts, the fuck. And you so goddamn retarded, you don't even know how to fucking even go about the next move. So that was another thing I told Lance. I said, do you always notice that Damon's in the hospital a lot? And he was like, yeah, that's because he goes to the hospital for physical therapy. I said to him, I said, he goes to the hospital for physical therapy. I said, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ER. Do you always notice that Damon fucking is in the goddamn ER? I said, well, let me tell you why Damon's in the ER. Because Damon goes out, Damon gets high, and Damon never comes home. So I'm pissed. Now I got his mama hip. So he ain't coming home to my house. He can't go home to his mama's house. So he has nowhere to go. So he goes to the hospital and he complains of chest pains. And they hold him there on observation for 24 to 48 hours. And that gives him a place to sleep for a couple days so that he can come home. I
Wow.
said it's the same fucking story over and over and over and over again. I said at first I used to feel sorry for him and I used to go up to the hospital and go get him. I said I stopped doing that shit. I said because it's crazy. He can't. He's so retarded. He can't even come up with a new lie. It's the same lies.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous too.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah. So then he been gone all day, and I woke up this morning. And so I went to bed last night at like 9 o'clock. I woke up this morning, and girl, let me tell you, I've had the most glorious day of my fucking life. I feel like literally like the old Jody. Like I've been happy. I've been smiling. I actually got a customer compliment today while I was at work. Like I've been so happy, so high spirited. I'm like, this dude put so much negativity and
Yeah, you
so
gotta get
much
away from him. He's
drama.
draining your spirit with all the
Yeah,
negativity.
he is. He is. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to try to make some friends or something because, I work from home. I don't ever leave the house. I'm like, I need to get the fuck up out of this house. So this girl I used to go to high school with, I messaged her and she's like, yeah, you want to come over? You can come over. I ain't doing shit. So I went over her house and I went to go visit her. So on the way over there, I called Damon's mom today. This is like a few hours ago, to check to see what was going on, if she's heard from him at all, because I ain't heard from him. And I'm not trying to call up there and check on him. I don't give a fuck. So she's like, I don't know. I ain't heard from him. She was like, I don't know how long he's gonna be in there for. I said, well, I don't know what's going on. I said, but what I do know is your son drains all my energy. I said, my positive energy. That's all he is. He's full of drama. I said, he's full of bullshit. He's full of lies. He's negative energy. He fucks up my aura. I said, I haven't smiled in months. I said, he's been gone. And that's all I've been doing was having a good ass day, great fucking vibes, been positive, happy, smiling all fucking day. And so I was like, so I called to talk to you to see how we can do this because she doesn't want Damon living there. But if I pack up all his shit, he's got to have a place to take his shit.
You better not
So
let him
I'm
come back there.
so I'm trying to convince her to let Lance take all of his shit over to her house. So I don't want to bother Lance until I know where I'm going to take this shit at to go drop it off, or as a last resort, see maybe if Lance will even put it in his basement for Damon. I don't know. But she tells me, bitch, while I'm driving, she said, now hold up. She she started like kind of taking his side, and she's like, because we go from 1 minute of, she's agreeing with me on everything, to now I'm trying to pawn her son back off on her and she doesn't want him. So now she's rebuttaling against me, and she's like, hold up. She was like, he can't come stay here. She was like, I can't have people like that here. They can't be over here. I'll get kicked out of my apartment. I said, well, Anna, I don't know where he can go. I said, I don't give a fuck. He can go somewhere, a shelter. I don't give a fuck where he goes. I said, I'm trying to get him the fuck up out of here before he gets out of rehab. So I ain't gotta call him. I ain't gotta text him. I ain't never gotta look at his face, and he can just go about his way. And she said, now, don't you think that that's a little hasty? I said,
She didn't.
what? I said, what? And she was like, that's a little hasty. I said, what the hell does hasty mean? And she goes, oh, let me think of how I can put this. She was like, it's kind of dirty that you're just going to do that to him while he's in rehab and just let him come out and him be homeless. I said, well, he probably should have thought about all that shit before he kept fucking with me. And she was like, I said, he been fucking with me for 8 fucking years and I'm fucking tired of this shit. And she was like, she would, girl, listen, swear to God, like his mama's off the chain. His mama had the audacity to say to me, you remember the last time that this happened a couple years ago? Well, maybe about 3 years ago, when he called the cops and the cops came. And so what he did was he called the cops and did a keeping of the peace so that he could come grab his shit and leave. She said he could just come do that stuff again, and the cops told him that he doesn't have to leave because he got mail coming there, so he you can't make him leave. He can stay there. I said, well, I hate to bust your bubble. I said, but it only costs $100 to go downtown and file an eviction notice. I don't know if you know this or not, but I got the $100 in my pocket right now, and I can go downtown and file that eviction notice in the morning. I said, so it gives Damon 30 days to get the fuck out of my house. Shut her the fuck down. Like, keep fucking with me. The fuck? So then she says, well, I don't know. Maybe he can go downtown. They got an all men's shelter. I said, well, then maybe he gonna have to go downtown. I said, listen, I said, why don't you do this? I said, why don't you figure it out, do some research. I said, and I'll pack up all of his shit, and then we can just go take and drop it off either at the fucking rehab center where he's at now. We can take it to the shelter. If you don't want it at your apartment, like, like, let's get together. Let's do this shit. The fuck? I said, ain't Doug coming into town this weekend? And then I told her everything happened. She's like, oh, I don't think Doug's about to, but Doug's not about to let him come down there and stay. I said, well, I didn't think Doug was. I said, but why don't you call Doug and you have a conversation with Doug and y'all figure it the fuck out. I said, if you want, you can give Doug my phone number. He can give me a call, and we can do a three-way call. I don't give a shit. Like, let's talk. Let's get this done. So she goes back to, I don't know. I think that you're being pretty hasty about all this shit. And I'm like, Well, I ain't being shiesty about shit because this is fucked up. And she said, well, now, Jody, just because you're having one good day where you feel good and your energy's up and all that stuff, you know, you should really reconsider this and think about this a little bit more
No, she
because
didn't.
I swear to God, I'm my dead daddy.
Did you lose it?
Lose what?
Your head.
Lo-
Shit. Would you tell her?
oh, I was like, who are you talking to? Um, so yeah, so I'm like, no, no, like Anna, listen to me. I said, I love your son. I said, but he doesn't have to live with me. I said, if he cares about me so much, listen, he'll go work on himself and he'll still date me. He can love me from afar. We ain't gotta live together. She said, I've been telling him to get his own apartment, this, that, and the other, and all I needed was his social security card. He wanted to give me a social security card. I said, you can have a social security card. I got it. Fuck. Fuck you want? You want his birth certificate too? The hell, I got that motherfucker too. The hell? So she was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna call his dad. I'm gonna talk to his dad about all this, and I guess I guess we'll just get back with you, and we'll figure something out. But I think you need to sleep on this because you doing him dirty. And I'm thinking, like, lady, listen, your son has done anybody dirty. The fuck he's done me dirty, bitch. The fuck you talking about? He done stole from you. He done stole from me. Like, and you got the audacity to try to keep fucking talking to me, keep trying to talk to me and talk me into keeping him? Are you fucking nuts right now? What is going on with this lady, man? I should have fucking told her Yahweh told me this shit. The fuck? She don't call God God. She calls him Yahweh. So that's what I should have told her. I should have told. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna call her up. I'm gonna tell her I had a motherfucking dream, and I'm like, you know what? Yahweh came and talked to me last night, and he told me it's time for Damon to go. Fuck. So serious. So fucking serious. Girl, listen. I just don't care, Carla. I care about him, but I don't care about him. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the Damon that I fell in love with. This ain't the Damon I want to date. And I told her, I said, the last time he went to rehab, that was in October. I said, and he turned around October, November, December, got high. I said, and he's been getting high ever since fucking December. I said, so now he's back in there. I said, so what are you going to tell me? That he's going to fucking be sober for a fucking month or two? And I got to keep dealing with this shit? I'm not doing it, bro.
Hmm.
So then I let her go and a good friend of mine, girl, I called you the other day. I wanted to talk to you so bad. You didn't answer your phone. I woke up in the morning, actually after all this shit happened, and I just broke the fuck down, and it wasn't even because of him. I woke up in the morning and I found out a real good friend of mine passed away. He's a train conductor and he lives in Fremont, Ohio, and he was on his way to fucking work up in Michigan, and he's got a Tesla. And there was a bunch of phone calls that came in to state troopers stating that they saw a car that was off of the side of the road, like
I
with the
remember you told
headlight.
me about that. Remember?
Okay, did I? Okay, with the headlights shining and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he had on that autopilot and fucking died.
For real?
So yeah, yeah, because Brian didn't drink, he didn't do drugs, none of that shit. Like, unless he was just overly tired and fell asleep at the wheel. But with when I found out he had a Tesla, autopilot was the first thing I thought of
Mm.
because that they self drive themselves.
Hmm.
So, hold on, let me lick this blunt. Hey, I got these wraps called Camo. Have you ever tried them?
Mm-mm.
These motherfuckers is sweet as fuck. Hold on. My brother turned me on to him, girl, and you know my brother don't even smoke. The fuck?
You know?
Mm-mm. Barely. Barely.
Mm.
Todd barely. Oh, and then let me tell you something about that. But you can't tell Troy. Well, I mean, you could probably tell Troy, but I just don't want no drama started with my brother and somebody trying to come back to kill him or some shit.
Oh no,
Um,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
hold on, hold on. Let me lick this blunt. So yeah. Oh, and then hold on. I forgot to tell you real quick. You know his fucking mama had the audacity to ask me, bitch,
What?
do you do you got money for a storage unit for him? The fuck do I look like, bitch? Hell no, I ain't got no money. I said you need to talk to Doug about that. Talk to Damon's dad. Have Damon's dad get him a fucking storage. I'll put his shit in storage. I ain't paying for that motherfucker, but I'll haul it there.
I
Fuck
wouldn't
you
pay for that
talk
shit either.
asking me that fucking bullshit. The
Girl,
fuck?
stay strong and do not let that motherfucker come back.
I'm trying, shit.
You're gonna have
So
to.
yeah, my brother told me about these wraps they call camo. You get 5 in a pack. I bought 4 of them, 4 packs, and like I said, you get 5 in a pack. Um, it's a natural leaf wrap, and it looks like a regular like zigzag wrap or whatever. It's not one of them fucking them goddamn leafs. I don't like them. But this is they got different flavors and shit if you like flavors. I got original and shit too, but it's made with chamomile and mate plants, nicotine and tobacco free, non-GMO natural leaf wraps. And they're fucking good as fuck and they burn slow as fuck, bitch.
Well, I'm about to try him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you get 5 in a pack for $1. Shit, that's a good ass deal. If you blowing blunts the way I'm blowing blunts, that's a gravy motherfucking deal. The hell? so so check it. So my brother's birthday was May 17th. So when I told you I was driving home from mommy, I told you I talked to him on the phone and shit. And I'm like, what you do for your birthday, shit like that. So yeah, I don't know if you know this either, but my brother he don't drink. He don't drink either. He drinks if it's like Easter, 4th of July, fucking a holiday. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, but typically he's not really a drinker. So he's like, man, I got drunk as fuck. He was like, he was like, I got so fucking drunk. He said I was drunk the next fucking day. He said I had to sleep the whole fucking day. I had a hangover like hell. I said, what the hell was you drinking? He said some Tito's. So I guess he went out. I don't know where he went or whose house he went over or whatever, but one of Troy's friends that they grew up with, there's Kane. Kane is one of I don't even know if they grew up together, but they just all know one another because I know he knows Rocky and Rocky was part of the vets and Kane's part of the vets. I know Troy knows fucking Kane. And I'm almost positive he knows who Mike with the Golds is. Do you know who Mike with the Golds is?
No.
I don't know him either, but I heard of the name. So, anyways, my brother, he owns that business, that studio, and shit like that. And he charges, um, 65 an hour to record. It's a minimum of 2 hours. Your time starts at what you're scheduled at time. So, if he schedules you at 11, your time starts at 11. And at 11, 12, 1, you're done. That's your 2 hours. And he's real punctual on time. So if you get there late, you've already started the clock at 11 for payment. So fucking Kane fucking turns this dude on to my brother, and it was his idea to I guess schedule and come to my brother. So dude fucking didn't show up for his session at 11. So my brother's pissed because he woke up in the morning to make it to the session, and dude never even showed the fuck up. So he didn't show up till like hours later. So my brother squeezes him in hours later, and then he doesn't want to compensate my brother for the time that he was supposed to be booked for. Todd don't play that shit. You gonna give him his motherfucking money today.
Mm.
My brother don't give a fuck if y'all grew up ever since you was fucking 2 years old. This is a business that he's running, not a play factory. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So Kane is like paying my brother for half of the session, and then Mike was supposed to pay my brother for the other half of the session. And like I said, he got a nickname, Mike with the Golds. So Mike with the Golds, you got a name like that, you gotta have some money, right? So he's like, shit, I ain't got the money, bro. I'll get back with you, this, that, the other, da 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 da. So it's now my brother's birthday. So my brother's hanging out with one of his friends. Mike with the Golds happens to pop up at the party. So
Uh-oh.
my brother's drunk, right? My brother's drunk, and he's like, fuck it. I'm about to go see if Mike with the Golds got my money. So so Todd says he said I pulled up on him. He said I was just fucking with him. He said I was lit as fuck. He said, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what the fuck I done said to him. He said, but I asked him, like, he said I confronted him like in like a joking manner, and I said to him, so can I get my money you owe me? And he's like, man, I ain't got no money, this, that, and the other. So my brother was like, you ain't got like $40 on you? like, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, so how the hell you gonna have a name, Mike with the Golds, and act like you got all this damn money? You can't even pay me $40. So I guess they got into it. And Todd said he don't remember. He said he was so drunk. He said I don't remember. He said, but for some reason I think I might have punched him. He was like, I can't remember. And I'm like, what? He's like, I can't remember. He said, when you're drunk, how you can like vaguely remember shit? He was like, I'm pretty sure I punched him. He was like, I said, Todd, I say, bro, you gotta watch yourself. I said, man, I just seen on the news. Damn, I guess I ain't used to smoking a couple days. I said, I just saw on the fucking news that dude that fucking got shot because he had that shoddy car salesman, or not salesman, mechanic work on his car. Dude fucked his car up. He confronted him. They got into an argument, and dude shot him in the back of the head.
Did he?
Yeah. So I told Todd, I said, man, bro, I said, fuck that $40. I said, I feel you where you coming from. I said, just don't book him again. I said, fuck that $40. I'm not trying to lose my little brother over $40.
Right. True. You telling the truth. Yeah.
And
Hell
he
yeah.
said, I know. He said, you're right. He said, because he said, I kind of thought about that. And he was like, I kind of just chilled the fuck out. He said, I just kind of left it alone. And Kane was feeling bad trying to pay for the shit for him because, like they go back and shit. And he was like, but I still want my motherfucking money. I said, Todd, let it go. I'll give you the 40.
Right.
The fuck? Cause real talk, like that's one thing like I always kind of like thought about because with him being an engineer and you working in the studio, you got your back against motherfuckers because you the one looking at your computer working on their music and they behind you. So anybody can come up to
Mm-hmm.
you and put a gun in the back of your fucking head, rob you at any point in time.
Yeah.
And you can't, I'm not here. Like I'm his sister. So I've always lived here. You know what I'm saying? So I can't run downstairs or run outside. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I worry about that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm like, man, listen, this shit is fucking wild. Like, girl, I can't believe his mom had the audacity to try to talk me out of that shit.
So where you gonna go when he get out?
I don't know.
Which one he at?
Arrowhead, I guess.
Uh-oh.
He says something. She says something about maybe he can go stay with not stay with him, but stay where his cousin Major stays. Which I don't think so because Major got out of prison. He went to the halfway house, and then he ended up getting an apartment or some shit, and it was fully furnished, I guess. But programs kind of do help you out for stuff like that, especially if you're just getting out of prison. Damon ain't getting out of prison, so I don't know if he would. I don't know. I mean, he could though because he doesn't work, but I don't know. I don't know. I have no fucking clue, but I want to try to like figure this shit out and before the day before all of this shit popped off, I sat him down and I talked to him. I tried to talk to him about this. And I said to him, like, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to just like move out and like, do you want me to help you like move your stuff? Cause like, I was being serious. So I was like, do you want, like, do you want me to take your shit somewhere? I even asked him, girl, you're going to think I'm crazy. I even asked him if he wanted to be in a poly relationship. And I don't even get down like that, but you want to keep acting a goddamn fool. I'm about to go get me somebody that I can at least get some dick from. The fuck?
Do his
And
friend know
then
about his sickness? That dude. No.
I don't know.
Uh,
He might, cause I put that shit out there. And look, it's so crazy. What's so crazy about that is people are like, why you tell people like they gonna be looking at you some type of way. Listen, you don't pay my motherfucking bills. I don't give a fuck about you. And you know what? If somebody even has the audacity to think that about me in any type of way, and I'm not saying honestly, I'm really not saying anything negative about it because it's not people's fault that they do have it. But if I ever had something like that and you treated me like that, you just showed your real fucking colors to me and you just let me know I don't even need you in my life as a motherfucking friend. Anyways,
hmm
period. But I ain't got nothing to hide though, Carla. Like that's the thing. I've been accused of it. I will log into and I've posted screenshots, but screenshots can be from anytime. And with Google and AI and all that shit nowadays, you can change dates, you can do all that shit. I
hmm
will log in live to your motherfucking face in my motherfucking my chart and I will let you view that whole motherfucking thing. And there ain't a goddamn thing on that motherfucker.
hmm
Nothing.
hmm
And I do get tested because you never know. But I've been very educated about it. Uh, I I play my part in safety. You know what I'm saying? And actually, he's dormant. He can't even transmit it right at this point, unless he decided that he was gonna stop taking like all of his medication and just wasn't on it for a period of time. Like he can't transmit it. So that's good to hear as well, because
Was y'all
I
still
don't
sleeping
know,
together?
huh?
Y'all still having sex with y'all?
Not intercourse, just just him giving me oral.
Oh, his shit don't work.
Mm-mm,
It,
mm-mm,
it don't.
mm-mm. No, because when I first met him, um, I told my friend Connie, I was like, girl, I think something's wrong. And she's like, what you mean? I said, man, we've been kicking it for a minute now. I said, and I'm not gonna lie, the first day I met him, he ate me the fuck out. Told
Did he?
me, yep, told me I didn't have to do nothing to him. We didn't have to have sex because he respected me and wanted me to wait, and he wanted to take his time, and he told me, he said, just sit back, relax, and act like it's your birthday.
Did he?
I swear to God. Swear to God. Swear to God. A fucking vibrator and David's tug. That's what I've been living off of, bitch, for 8 years. Other than the fact that when we broke up for like, 3 months here or whatever, like I would call Jay and I'd fuck Jay.
Mm. You ain't been talking to nobody else?
So it's, I don't know, does God work in mysterious ways? The fuck? Mother's Day, because Damon started this binge 2 days after Mother's Day. Um, but anyways, Mother's Day, I was in my mom's house and I got this text message from this dude that I was seeing pretty heavily when me and Damon broke up the first time. And I mean, I was over this dude's house every single day. And the only reason why we stopped talking was because I was laying in his bed and Connie texted me while I'm laying in his bed. He's sitting up, I'm laying down, and I'm laying on my belly and I'm texting on my phone, just chilling in the bed. And she texted me and she's like, what you doing? I said, shit. She was like, you talked to Ray? I said, yeah, I'm here with him now. She was like, did he show you this? It sends me a screenshot off of a Facebook post. And it said, bitch, bitch, it fucking says, um, I'm so excited. My baby showers this weekend, and whatever the fuck the name of this kid is about to be here in a couple of weeks. And tagged Ray in the motherfucker. So I'm looking at this fucking text. He's sitting there chilling in the bed, smoking a blunt, fucking watching TV or playing his game or some shit. He's just chill. And all of a sudden, I look up at him and I was like, is there something you need to tell me? And he was like, no, why? And I said, you sure you ain't got nothing to tell me? And he's looking at me laughing and he's like, no, why? Like, what do you want me to tell you? And I was like, okay, look, I know we're not dating, but we are fucking. And I've been over your house like probably for the last month, like almost every other night or sometimes every night. You know what I mean? And you failed to tell me that you have a baby on the way in 2 weeks. And he looks at me and he throws his hands up in the air and he was like, what's the big deal? I with her. And I said, what's the big deal? I said, the big deal is you got a whole fucking kid on the way. Like, you got a whole human being coming into the world that is a part of you. Like, because it's not like it's a major thing, but Ray's got a lot of kids. So, me not having any kids, I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, you got how many kids again?
how
Like,
many how many kids he got?
girl, listen, I honestly, I forgot. I want to say he's got six.
Mhm.
You know, my, my, hold on. I just fucking killed myself. Hold on. Girl, I'm about to get higher than a kite. So, my grandma, she had 8 kids. Like, my dad was, he had 7 sisters, and then or no, 9. He had 7 sisters and a brother, so my dad made 9. So I mean, I get it, like, but it's just a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's got like a bunch of different baby mamas. So it's just drama. That's all. Like, if I'm dating somebody or I'm looking to date somebody, I look at stuff like that. Like,
Oh yeah,
this
most
is
definitely.
this
Yes.
is baggage that I have to agree upon
Yes.
because, you know, I know that we're older and shit now, but you're just like, you just don't know. And I got this weird ass bug in my fucking bed that I am fucking about to flip the fuck out about because I ain't got nobody here. And you are not going nowhere, Carla, because listen, we are about to hash this shit the fuck out. All right, so should I spray some fucking perfume on him or something? What if he flies? What if he flies? What if he flies? What if he flies?
What is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Where did it go? Where did it go?
You got some bleach or something, or some Clorox, something you can spray, like some
Oh,
cleaning, something cleaning.
okay. Hold on. It is.
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah! Picture book is alive! Die, motherfucker! Die! Die, 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 die,
You crazy girl.
die, die. Ah! It's still alive! No! Oh my god.
You got
Okay.
it.
Nope. 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 Ah! Ah! Oh my god. Bitch, I'm so scared right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I'm high. This is not a cool high. Bitch. Listen. You know what it looked like?
What?
It looked like a huge. At first, I thought it was a an airwig. You know what them are?
No,
Them pincher bugs. The bugs they got pinchers on them on their butts.
I don't know what that is.
I have to show them to you. They're attracted to water. Um, they're like long, skinny, and they got 2 little things that stick out on their butt. And if you fuck with them, they bring them pinchers. They pinch you, and it comes up in the air like a what is that called? A scorpion.
Really?
Yeah, because we had a pool, and they used to fucking go in the pool all the time. And that's what I thought it was. And actually, it's a huge ass ant. Wow, that motherfucker's huge. It's in the toilet right now.
You got it?
Yeah, that's why I was screaming. Shit. Oh my god.
That's how I'm using the motherfucking horror movie.
Bitch, listen. That shit was serious as fuck. I swear to God, I'm about to have a fucking heart attack. I'm all out of breath. All that shit. Yeah, I was sitting here and I'm like, what the fuck is crawling on my bed? And you and I don't want to spray. I do got Clorox, but I didn't want to spray Clorox because you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my nice bedspread. The
Right.
fuck? And it's crazy because when I first started our conversation, I made my whole bed. I was like putting the sheets on the bed
Hmm.
and my comforter, all that shit. So I just made this bed. So that's why I'm like, where the fuck did this ant just come from?
uh,
This ant had to have been at least, I'd say, an inch long. Like, it was huge,
wow.
Carla. It was fucking huge. I ain't never seen no ant that goddamn big. So, yeah, fans coming out of the window. Windows getting fucking shut. You got me all fucked up. Like,
Wait a minute, Jody. Hold on for a second. Okay.
yeah.
Don't drop a whole bunch.
Shit. Where's our audience at? Y'all done missed all the heat. The hell? We was getting down this motherfucker. We
Look,
done
I get in
fucking.
the algorithm because I don't go live. If we go live more,
Ah,
it'll yeah. But wait a minute. Wait 1 second.
I feel you on that. TikTok does that damn algorithm ass shit. Oof. Fucking ants and shit. Until the next time.
Wait a minute. Yeah, keep saying stuff. If you could, no dead air. One moment. Wait a
Right.
minute.
Right.
You silly as hell. Wait a minute.
Right. No dead air. Look, I swear to God, I'm about to try to figure out how to turn on my camera because y'all gotta check out these fucking animals. These animals are hilarious because they just watched me fucking kill that, shit, how you flip the camera? Cam. Hold on. Okay, whatever, that's so fun. Look at dog. Dog's fucking like ninnying and shit, like he's sucking on his pillow like a fucking little baby. Yep, see? And then the cat sitting here looking at me like, bitch, what you doing? Like her dumbass was supposed to be in here fucking eating ants. That's what the fuck you was supposed to be doing, Peaches. The hell? Yeah, she being a bad sister, Keith.
Your cat named Peaches. I'm hollering.
I'm serious. Her name's Peaches. Her name's, oh, you wanna know her real name? And I did not name her. I swear to God, on my whole life, I did not name this cat. Her name is Peaches Pomegranate Hodge.
Damon
She's
named that
reg-
cat.
she's registered under him. Bitch, she literally has his fucking last name, swear to fucking God. When he took when he took her in to go get her fixed, he fucking registered her as Peaches Hodge. So so you gotta drop your cat off and leave him there in the morning, and then you gotta come back at the end of the day to pick them up after they have their surgery to take them home. So we drop her off when we fucking go back to pick her up. They put like a kind of like when you go on a trip, like how you tag your luggage. They fucking tagged her cage, and it said Peaches Hodge. So he comes back to the car because I waited in the car because it was raining. So he comes back to the car with the damn cat, and instead of opening the back door to put the cat in the back seat of the car, he opens up the front door because he's got to show me the tag on her fucking cage. And he says to me, look, they put Peaches Hodge. I told you she was a Hodge. And he was like, this is my baby. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, he was so ecstatic that they had Peaches Hodge on the damn tag. Bitch, I about fucking died. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on right now? Like, girl. Yeah, so that's her whole like me and my mom, Todd talked me into getting the cat. Well, Todd talked me into it, Damon begged me. So I finally agree. So me, my mom, and Damon are on the way to go pick up the cat. Damon's driving, I'm in the passenger seat, my mom's in the back. Damon's like, babe, I got, and my mom, like, she's coming with me because we're going shopping to buy like a cat box, cat litter, so whatever. So my mom's sitting in the back seat, and Damon's like, babe, he was like, I got a name picked out for our cat. And I was like, well, we haven't even got her yet. I was like, maybe you might want to wait like a week or something so she can develop like, like her own fucking a name or something. Like that way you get to know like what she is. And he's like, no. He's like, I got it. Just listen. Who's that?
Oh, I was I
Did you
was
hear?
that was my iPad. I was trying to call somebody.
Oh, okay. So then he's like, it's Peaches Pomegranate Hodge. My mom busted out laughing so fucking hard in the back seat, like she could not stop laughing. When she started laughing, I started laughing. Girl, me and my mom was laughing so hard, Carla, we was crying. I swear to God, I ain't laughed that hard in forever because he was so fucking serious about it. It was like his tone and everything. Like we were dying, and my mom's like, pomegranate? Where the fuck did you come up with pomegranate? Like, how does peaches and pomegranates even, like, how does that? And I'm thinking, like, yeah, like, why not like peaches and cream or something? Like something that makes more sense or something, or I don't fucking know. Like, girl. Like, and then he's like, I don't want to spell her name like Peaches. And I was like, what do you mean you don't want to spell her name like Peaches? I was like, so what do you want to put to do? Like a Z on the end of it or something? And he, so he says, no, he wants her name spelled Peeechis. I said, you want it like what? Girl, listen, I'm dead. I'm thinking like, if I ever had a child with him. Oh, and that's another thing. He always said if he ever had a kid, he said if he had a girl, her name was going to be Damiana. I said, I don't know about Damiana. I was like, maybe Diamond or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know about Damiana. Like, it's it's cute, but you're a
No,
devil,
it's not.
so
That's not
the
cute.
fuck? Like, I don't want to fucking, if I fucking get rid of your ass like I want to right now, like, I don't want to be looking at a kid called Damiana. Like, what the hell was he thinking, girl? Bitch, listen. Mm-mm. Oh, shit. I was dead as fuck, though. That motherfucker is more happy about the goddamn cat than anybody. I'm like, oh, my lord. So, that's one thing I will say that he does care about is animals.
Do you like the
Um,
cat?
who
You.
I do.
I hate cats and dogs. Sorry.
I know. I no, and that's okay. I already know you do. And it's cool. I already know. I don't judge you for that.
Yeah,
That's your
ain't nothing
preference.
personal. Just if it ain't
No.
human, I don't fuck with it. Look, Jody,
Yup.
if it ain't
Yup.
human, I don't fuck with it.
Nope. Yup. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever had a pet when you were little at all, like a bird or anything?
Fuck no, my mom hated pets, just like her.
Oh, okay. Okay. A fish?
Yeah, we had fish when Marcus was here. I liked him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just
Oh, you
curious,
wasn't around.
like
You didn't go over there when I had that big ass fish tank. I got a picture of it.
I don't know. I want to say I remember a fucking fish tank. It was in the living room, um,
Yeah, yeah.
up
You was
against
not.
the wall, wasn't it? And he
Yeah,
had
it
his
was.
paintings
Yeah,
up in front of it. Yeah,
yeah. Hmm.
yeah. I don't know. I always grew up with animals ever since I was little. So I personally, I got real. I get real attached to animals. And then the one thing I don't like about animals is because you know that they're gonna die, they're not gonna live that long. So then when they start getting older, like my dog Kilo, for an example, I kind of want to detach from him, because that way it's easier for me when he passes that I'm not as emotional or something. So, I can't give him away or anything like that, but by me agreeing to get the cat, I know that I still have something there when he's gone. I don't know if that sounds harsh, but it's a detachment issue.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? And I recognize that. And I was talking to my mom about that the other day, and my mom said she does that too with animals. Um, so that's why probably why we always had animals ever since I was little. Now, my
Oh,
preference about animals are, having them, they do have a smell to them. Even being an owner, I can't smell the smell, but when I first got peaches, I could smell like what I could smell. And so I said to myself, now I know what people that don't have animals say when they say I smell your animal, because you can smell it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking like cat piss or dog piss. It's just a smell, you know.
Mm.
Um, so like that's a downfall about animals, you know. Some people they get allergies. Cats definitely you can have a bad allergy to.
Okay, enough
Kilo.
animal talk. Let's get it rocking.
Oh, okay. Shit. The fuck. Oh,
Tell
okay.
some more funny stories. Shit.
All right. All right. Here it goes. So part two. The fuck. Did I tell you about? So I told you this whole thing kicked off right. Well, I could see like things creeping up until Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Because I went to the dispensary. I got like that bag of edibles, and I think you get like I think you get 10 in a pack. And like maybe your serving size or something might be like two edibles or something like that. Typically, you know, I mean, if you got a low tolerance, you could probably just do one or like a half or something. Have you ever done an edible? I haven't.
I don't really like them. I
Okay,
don't really
yeah,
do.
they
I
because
mean,
they give you a
I've done them before, but I don't buy them and
they
do
give
them.
you a
No.
body buzz. It's different. I don't really care for them either. Um, but anyways, so serving size, let's say is two. This motherfucker is taking like six, and I'm like,
Damn.
what are you taking all of them for? Like, how fucking high do you want to be? And then he'd want to drink a lot of coffee, and then he was eating a lot of candy. So all of coffee and candy are like what do you call it? Um, not triggers. They're signs. They're like signs that you know that like he's having cravings. You know what I'm saying and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like okay, and I'm kind of watching him because it's the holiday and like I want to like just chill and relax and like have a few drinks and shit like that. But the reason why I don't like to drink with him is because, and this is why I don't drink because I'm with him all the time. The reason why is because I spend more time having to babysit him. So it's not fun for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to spend my buzz babysitting a grown ass man because you don't know how to control like your fucking emotions. So because that's what happened on Mother's Day. So while I'm in my mind, oh, and then I forgot to tell you about this chick, the phone call. Let me just tell you about the phone call in the bathroom real quick, because I'm already on that subject real quick.
All right.
So while he's at my mom's on Mother's Day, me and my brother and my mom, we in the kitchen, we just talking, like just talking, chilling. First we was all playing a game, but then he ended up going in the living room, and then my stepdad was in the living room. Him and my stepdad was high on edibles, so they're like sitting at the TV staring at it like fucking zombies. And he's drinking. So the whole time that he's fucking in the living room, he's actually on TikTok. And he goes on TikTok and he's inboxing. I fucking counted like 10, and I know there was more, but what happened was in the middle of me looking at his TikTok account a couple days later, he knew that I was looking at his TikTok account because I started taking screenshots and I started questioning him about the shit. And he fucking went in and he changed his password on me. And he wasn't here with me at the time. So he changed his password on me and it kicked me out in the middle of me fucking scrolling these messages. I was pissed as fuck. So I only got a couple fucking screenshots of these bitches, right? So I'm mad as fuck. So I go on his other TikTok account and he didn't change the password on that. So I went live on his shit. I found one of the fucking bitches on TikTok. I jump in the fucking chat room and we fucking go at it. And it's that same Sammy bitch. So she gonna tell me I'm a fucking liar because Damon was in the hospital because this was at the time after he fucking got high and he played one of them moves I tell you that he plays. He goes to the hospital to stay the night. So he's at the fucking hospital. She has the audacity to tell me that fucking I'm lying that Damon's not at home right now because he had ended up coming home when I jumped on his live. Damon's not home right now, this, that, and the other, that he's in the hospital. I said, bitch, he was in the hospital earlier today. He got fucking discharged at 4 o'clock. I said, it's 8 o'clock at night, right? 8 o'clock at night right now. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, keep playing with me. So then I tell him to confront her. So instead, he fucking jumps on the fucking live and bitch, he starts yelling at me.
What?
Hmm. Yep. Yep.
What was he saying?
Bitch, you need to shut the fuck up. Just respecting me, just talking to me crazy because if he talks to me crazy like that in front of them, then they think that he runs the game. But no, no, no. I'm about to fucking this shit's about to go down. You about to go back. You about to fix this shit. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I posted all these fucking videos on my TikTok of him and me recording him about all this shit. TikTok fucking banned my fucking account for some fucking shit. Or no,
For
they didn't
real?
ban it. They fucking gave me a violation. Then they blocked my message account, so I couldn't message people for I don't know how many days or send friend requests. And they fucking took down. I had a 3-part fucking video. They took down 2 of my motherfucking videos
Did
and banned them. Yep, I was pissed. Fucking bitch
what the
ass.
video was talking shit about him?
Bitch, I was recording him while all this shit was going down. It was fucking telling TikTok about who this bitch was, what was going down, how grimy he fucking was, like all this shit. Like fuck you. Shit. So anyways, so then now he's home, okay, at this point. And so I'm mad. I go to sleep. I wake up. I wake up the next day. I'm still fucking pissed off. And he fucking, I don't know, it's kind of early in the morning. I say maybe about 11 o'clock. So he's just waking up. He goes in the bathroom. He's taking his morning shit, bitch. He's sitting on the toilet. I'm sitting in the bedroom. And all of a sudden, the phone gets the motherfucking ringing. Now, Damon thinks that he's slick by turning his ringer off on his phone. So I see this motherfucker over there vibrating. So I pick up the fucking phone. And I'm like, hello? And this girl's calling on What's Up app. And she's like, hello? I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, you ain't got the wrong number. I said, who you looking for? And she was like, somebody gave me this number. And I was like, yep, that was my boyfriend, Damon. And all I'm gonna say to you is I hope you didn't send him any money, honey. And she was like, no. Why would I send a grown man money? I said, because you wouldn't believe how many bitches would or have.
Right.
And she was like, what? And I was like, well, just to let you know, you're like about the 20th. No, I'll be honest with you. You're probably about the 11th chick that I found so far that I've talked to. I said, I'm sure there's many more because I haven't even gone through all the accounts yet because I have his Google account on my phone. I have his Facebook, Instagram. That's the new one. I said, so David likes to go out and finesse females and tell them about how he needs money or give him a sob story and tell him how beautiful they are and how he's single and how he's this great fucking man and how I'm such a lying bitch and he's not with me and all this other shit. And then he gets them to send him money. And if you don't send him money, and if you do live in our town, luckily you don't, because I can tell by your area code you're calling from. So I bet you're one of the ones that he met off of
Don't say the
TikTok.
town. You hear me?
Huh?
Don't say the
Yeah.
town. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, yeah, TikTok or whatever. And she's like, um, she's like getting mad as fuck because everything I'm saying to her was true. She was a girl from TikTok. Um, I said, "Are you part of the ATS clan or the DBG gang?"
What the
I
fuck is
said,
that?
"Listen, these TikTok mobs that Damon's in, the
What?
fuck. Listen, bitch. This listen, the fuck, bitch. Listen, TikTok is
What?
a whole fucking different world right now. If we was on TikTok, do you know how many motherfuckers would be listening to this shit? And how fucking fast our fucking views and our friend fucking requests would go up? This shit is wild, bro. The only thing about TikTok is I got a lot of friends on there that are from my Facebook, and people really know me on that motherfucker.
Hmm.
So I would have to create like an account where like I'm completely anonymous and we act like we're just from like fucking I don't know Texas or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gonna do all that. We gonna go live on Facebook, not Facebook, but Instagram and TikTok too.
Yeah, that shit is, and that's where
You
you
know you can
get
make you account something like
paid
mine.
from.
Get you some type of name like I got the Blackout Media
I
and
had
make you something
I
else.
got a fucking video right now on TikTok mod that's fucking viral.
For real?
Yeah, I got like 72,000 fucking views.
Really? What was you doing?
Fucking recording this fucking Darnell fucking bullshit with fucking Kamani. The fucking day they brought her out and shit.
For real?
No, I'm sorry.
Was
I did not. I
were
apologize.
you out there?
Yes, I was. I did not post. I apologize. I did not post the day that they brought her out because I thought it was disrespectful. I posted her birthday. We went to the site. I took her. I took some candles and I took her some balloons and we sang her happy birthday.
Mm. I'm saying, were you there when they brought the body out?
Yep, sure was.
Were you?
Girl, hell, motherfucking yeah. And what's crazy? Okay, what's crazy as fuck, Carla? Shit, it's only 10:44. You don't mind staying out for a minute, do you?
I'm good.
Let me tell you about this shit. Peep game. Okay, little girl went missing. This shit gets deep. I know everything about this. I swear to you, I can go
I know
viral
his
on all
mother.
this
Come to
shit.
find out, I grew up with his mother. But go ahead.
With Darnell's mama,
Yes,
the oh
his
fuck, what?
his real mother.
I know she's a dyke.
Is she?
Um, hell yeah, bitch is butch as fuck.
Is she?
Hell yeah, I'll show you a picture of her. I'm fucking friends with this bitch ass. And
Her
Monique
name
taught.
Precious.
Nope.
Is that his adopted mom? You still there? Jody. Lucy Lou.
Hey,
Hmm?
hold on. I'm here, but I guess apparently I can't look at my Facebook real quick. So give me like 1 second so I can go get his mom's name for you, okay?
All right.
All right, hold on. Are you there?
Yeah,
Her name is Linda Ogletree. I just sent it to you on your actual
that's his adopted
on
mom.
your phone. Linda Ogletree.
Yeah, I know his biological mom.
Oh, you do?
Her name Precious Jones. That's his last name. His other last name.
So that is no.
That's his adopted mom. You know he go by the last name Jones too, right?
Yeah. It's Ogletree.
Ogletree
Jones.
is his adopted mother, but Jones is his real mother. He goes by Jones and Ogletree. His real mother
Um,
name is Precious Jones.
it, it's not though because I got proof. I got proof, and I'll show you the proof. And I love you to death. I'm not calling you a liar, but I do have proof. I have full fledged proof that came out of his mouth verbally in court. In court, and I can send it all to you. I won't do it right this moment, but I promise you, give me less than 24 hours. I promise you, I
Because the
got
reason
it.
why I say that because this girl that we grew up with her mother, she even told me that was his real mother. So I don't know, but just tell me the story from the beginning and all that from when you. I should have known you was out there when they brought the body.
Um, it actually, real talk, it goes into the family trees, bitch, because I'm about to blow. If you really want to know this story right now, if you really want me to tell you the story, I'm about to blow your cap off on a lot of shit.
I've been wanting to know because you know they be doing stories. They it's up people all over YouTube doing stories about it. They not even from around where.
All right. Sit back and relax and enjoy the motherfucking show. Because I right now am on a Facebook page. It is not my page. I am literally listed as a group expert. Okay. I swear to you, I talked to Todd. Todd has his studio. He also has a back room, Carlo, and he's been talking since day one, possibly about setting up a podcast back there that people can run out. And so my brother called me, and he said, I got a name for you. This is right before Kamani went down. I swear to you, this was like a week before the whole Kamani situation went down. And I said, what? He said, I was talking to mom and it was a joke. He said, it's called Investigate with Kate. And I said, what? He said, your podcast name is Investigate for Kate. Investigate with Kate. And I fucking cracked up laughing because you know my Facebook name is Kate, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm like, hell no, bro. So okay. I literally did some interviews as well. Okay.
Did you?
I did. I don't have them recorded because I don't know how to record them. I did do a lot of text interviews as well. That way I have proof so I can show screenshots. So I'm not lying about anything. And I also, everything that I speak about or I tell you, I know you that you know me and you know I would never lie because I always keep shit real. But everything that I know, I've either seen with my own eyes or I've got this out of the person's mouth themselves
Mm-hmm.
or a very close family member.
Mm-hmm.
So here it goes. And my mom's in on the case too, just to let you know because she investigates for me while I'm at work. Cause you you miss out on a lot of activity in 8 hours, bitch. The fuck. All right, so she goes missing. Now you you have you seen any of the news interviews at all? Any of them?
Yeah, the mother, the grandmother, all that.
Okay, okay. So you saw like the day when they brought her out, like how they did
Mm-hmm.
the okay, and you saw the very first interview with Alexis Means at Dorothy's house on
Yeah.
Elm Street. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when I first found out about this little girl missing, I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought it was a runaway case. Never thought that this was ever gonna happen. So they, you know, I see the news interview. I heard about shit on Facebook a couple days before. Um, well, it wasn't even like it was the day before. Like uh, Kat Moore, her cousin, she actually was the one that was posting things. Shabu, Lisa White, or Shabu Carson. She was on. She lived in the house with Dorothy. Okay, and she was staying there with her boyfriend would be
I
over
heard
there a
about her
lot too.
too.
Yeah.
Fuck is
Now
a Shabu?
she
Who is she?
her real name is Lisa White, but she goes by Shabu Carson online. She's got multiple Facebook accounts, and can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, my battery said it was low on my earbud, so just let me know if
Yeah, you might
you
want to charge
can't.
it up because StreamYard does run your battery down.
Mm, all right, let me charge up my phone. Well, I'm at 79% on my phone. It's just my earbuds.
Oh, your earbuds. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, ugh, excuse me. So Shabu, I thought Shabu
You got to
was
go on mute and
young.
do that. No, I'm just.
I thought Shabu was young though, for real, girl, because she was on the news at first holding a sign looking saying Kamani was missing and that she was Kamani's mom. And she's
I heard
not.
that too. I heard that.
Yeah. So she fucking after that shit went down, she fucking dipped because uh Cat was coming after Cat Moore. Like where the fuck's Kamani? Because supposedly Shabu be babysitting all the time or be at the house all the time while Dorothy be gone. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And then like I said, like her boyfriend be over there.
I heard that
Marcus
too.
Temple be over there. Um, all that shit. So now when you start going and you start looking up all these people's like records and shit like that, they ended up coming up with a fucking group on Facebook, where, and I forget the name of it, I'll look it up. Something about, speak your voice, um, and expose these predators. So Marcus Temple's cousin, younger cousin, I believe it was his cousin,
Who's Marcus Temple?
one of the dudes that was hanging out over at Dorothy's house.
Oh, okay.
So apparently he fucking molested his sister and shit, or not his sister, his cousin or whatever, and he was molesting her when she was of a young age, and he was also of a young age, but like 4 years older than her. Well, when you're little, if you're 8 and you're molesting a 4-year-old, that's a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal
Oh
that you're
yeah, most
fucking
definitely.
molesting anybody, but I'm
Period.
just saying,
Yeah.
like, it's not like he was like fucking 16 and she's like fucking, or he's like 19 and she's like 16 or some shit like that. I'm talking like little. And what's crazy is after she put the post out there publicly, he came back and he admitted to it, and he's the one that said that he did that shit when they were younger.
What?
Yeah, I got screenshots of it all, baby.
Oh.
Sure do. Sort of fuck do. Yep. Shit is wild. So, anyways, backing off of that, um, fucking Dorothy herself is dating this fucking dude. The first dude, she was dating this John Hardy. John Hardy fucking was like Dorothy's fucking pimp for a minute or whatever you want to call it, or either pimp or she was smoking crack with them or fucking doing whatever they do.
She smoke
He's a
crack?
fucking, I don't know. I think the lady does, but I could be wrong.
All right, but go ahead. Okay.
Anyways, yeah, so fucking with her, like I said, and I don't know, she must have owed him money or some fucking bullshit, but he came back, he shot her in the motherfucking leg. That's just in the Toledo Blade.
For
So
real?
then, yeah, so you got him, and he's a pedophile. If you look on, he's a registered sex offender.
Wow.
So you got that bullshit. Then you got figure out who you are. So then all right, you there?
Yeah.
So then she was then dating Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady just got out of jail and got released from the halfway house.
Wow.
So he's always over there. So you got all these people around this little girl
Right.
that, you got living in your house. You got people coming and going and all this shit. So when I find out all this, I'm like, well, where the fuck does this lady live? So I know she lives on Elm Street, but like, where on Elm Street? Like, what's the address? The fuck? So the Toledo Blade puts all that stuff out, like the news and all that. So when
Uh-huh.
I caught wind of where this house was, and shit, and I saw the fucking news thing the next day with Alexis Means and Bone, Darnell, whatever you want to call them, and fucking Dorothy standing there fucking giving their little fucking interview to Alexis Means. I'm looking in the background and I'm like, that's fucking Angie Murray's fucking house. That's her goddamn neighbor. The fuck? You gotta be kidding me right now. I know the people who live next door.
Oh, really?
And so what's crazy is I'm gonna need you, Carla, to um, keep me on track because I have to tell you a side story because it goes with Dorothy pulling a gun out on somebody.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so to make you understand what's going on and to make you understand the reason why it's important that these people are giving Dorothy information and keeping Dorothy out of jail for say this plays a huge role.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
I just want you to know that like what I'm telling you, like I'm not sidetracking, but you got to know a background to get there.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so Angie's somebody that I've known ever since I was younger. She's one of them types of friends that likes to come over every fucking day and be all in your fucking business, never wants to go home. You can't fucking get rid of her. Like, no, I'm serious. And it's bad.
Is it?
So, yeah, it's bad. Okay. She actually even diked out with fucking Denise. Real talk.
Did she?
Yeah, she fucking did. She
Mm.
diked out with fucking Denise and then thinks that now Denise is her fucking bitch. And
Oh.
that was fucking 20 years ago. The
Oh.
fuck? Yeah, like shit's crazy. So, anyways, this bitch, she's crazy. Okay. Her family is crazy as fuck. So she lives next door to Dorothy. She lives, if you're on Dorothy's front porch, she lives to the left of Dorothy, right next door. Okay. Angie has cameras on her house in the front and in the back. Okay. Don't forget that.
Okay.
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 So now Angie's cousin lived across the street on Bronson. Bronson dead ends into Elm. Okay. On Bronson, three houses down, if I'm exact, in the backyard, there's a gun that is buried that goes to a murder case of Angie's cousin, Nicole, who I am still friends with, her older brother, Stevie.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie is in prison right now for murdering his best friend, for sleeping with his girl and
Wow.
getting her pregnant the
Wow.
same time he already had a girl at home and
Oh.
shot him in the motherfucking head. And then
Oh.
while that happened, I was hanging out with Angie and Nicole at the time. And the one tattoo that I have on my neck was with Nicole's best friend, Jessica. So it was me, Jessica, and Nikki. Me and Jessica have matching tattoos. So that's how deep I went back with these people. So when I say I know some shit and I know how people are and their characters, and then you find out some shit like a little girl's been murdered, you like, what the fuck, bitch, do you know? Okay?
Hmm.
So I got into it with her. And I got into it with her cousin. And
You
when we
got
went
into
to
it with
this,
who?
okay, hold on, let me back up. Let me back up. Keep keep that in mind. Okay, so I told you to keep the gun in mind, right?
Yeah.
And I just told you that I got into it with her there and the cousin. Okay, so
Who was
let me
her?
just remember that
Okay,
so I
go
can
go go
keep
go ahead.
myself together.
All right, go
So
ahead.
when I'm hanging out with all them, I ended up going to Stevie's murder trial. Never did anything like that in my life. I was 19 years old. I sat in the front of the courtroom every single day because I was with family. And I literally got to, like, for real see like people come in and testify. Lori was in witness protection because she was pregnant and she witnessed the murder because she was in the car. So fucking, and she's the mistress because she was Brian's girlfriend that fucking got murdered, but she's pregnant with Stevie's kid.
Mm,
And Stevie's already got a baby mama at home. So when Stevie went home that night, his clothes was all bloody and all that shit. So they had already fucking knew that fucking something happened because they saw Stevie come in the way he did, go upstairs, take a shower, shit like that. And then they know, because like I said, I was best friends with his sister in their parents' backyard, they buried this gun. So Angie knows all this shit. We all know all this shit. This trial goes down. He gets life in prison. He's in prison right now. Okay, that's the backstory. So these people are just, they're crazy. Mm. Oh, forgot to add. During her jealousy days, when I decided that I was going to stand up for myself and tell her to go fuck herself, at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning while she's got me stranded at fucking 7-Eleven with no fucking heat in her car and I'm 19 years old and I ain't got time to roll around with your no heat car. I want to fucking go home and go to bed and you want to act like a whore all night. So fuck you. I'm getting out this car and I'm walking the fuck home. Because it was me, Jessica, and Nikki were sitting in the car bitching about like we all want to go home and go to bed. This bitch wants to roll around, look for the fucking niggas to fuck for the night. So they didn't have the balls to fucking tell her to go fuck herself, so I did. So I walk up, so I walk all the way fucking home, right? At 2 o'clock in the morning, I walk all the way fucking home from LaGrange Street to my house, right? And
Uh-huh.
then all the shit that I bought my friend for a baby shower, I spent 200 some odd dollars on her at Kmart because I worked at Kmart at the time. Um, it was all at Angie's house. She took all that shit back and got a gift card for herself and went shopping. And then she tried to steal my
What?
Nike coat. And then my dad went over there and fucking cussed her the fuck out and got my Nike coat back. So then a couple years goes by. She had some girl fucking key my car and then had my back window busted out.
Wow.
And I got a protection order put on her. Keyed her car eventually, slid her tires eventually, and spray painted the bitch
Right.
eventually.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Look, this bitch is crazy. So even as an adult, like she's friends with Denise. So if Denise has a get together, it's like, well, Angie's coming, Jody. Well, then what time's she coming? Because I'll come after, I'll come before. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like I ran into her at fucking Little Caesars and she's walking up to me, grabbing the name tag off of my Buckeye lanyard. Like, where do you work at? Bitch, get the fuck away from me. Don't worry about where the fuck I work at, you weird bitch. So now, like I said, this is Dorothy's neighbor. Hello?
Mm.
So And this is the type of person she is. So I find out, damn, this is crazy. Dorothy lives next door, man. I'm calling Nikki because I still talk to Nikki. So I call Nikki on fucking Facebook. First, I'm texting Nikki. I'm like, girl, that fucking little girl lived right next door to fucking Angie. I was like, Angie got fucking cameras in her house. I was like, did she fucking check her cameras? Did she see anything? Like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, man, this is the one time ever that, like, I for real want to talk to fucking Angie. Like, can't stand the bitch, but I want to talk to Angie because I want to know what the fuck she does saw on these cameras. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because when the news story came out, first they're saying she went missing on a Monday, then you switch it and you say she's missing on a Tuesday. Well, which one is it? That's real important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about days here. So how many days was she really fucking gone for before you reported her missing? And you're telling people you're at work. Like, are you really at work? You not at work? What the fuck is going on? You know, where the fuck do you work? The fuck? So, um, that fucking shit right there, I guess, the search party comes up. And while the search party's coming up, that was all put together by Kat. And she was, like I said, threatening Shabu because she's like, bitch, you ain't Tierra. You ain't
Who
my
is Cat?
cousin.
They
Kat,
cousin?
Kat Moore's the cousin. Yep.
Is that the light skinned lady?
Nope. She dark skinned.
I think I might have seen her, but go ahead.
Brown. I got pictures and shit I can show
I think
too.
I seen her, but go ahead. I think she
Yeah,
might have
so
came on somebody's show on YouTube, but go ahead. The
yeah,
mother was up
she
on somebody's show on YouTube too, or the little girl's mother.
oh hell
Yeah,
yeah.
but go no, but
Hell
go ahead.
yeah.
I don't want to finish telling me the story.
So so Kat puts together like she's demanding, like let's get together, let's put this search party on, this, that, and the other. And Dorothy's kind of acting like she doesn't really. She's not the one that attempted to even put the search party together. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy didn't.
Uh huh.
So when Kat started fucking making a big fucking scene about shit, then Dorothy's got to act her part and play for part. So she's got people. Tierra said, and I didn't understand, and I could send you the screenshot. Something about that she staged a search party and that they were wearing blue rubber gloves
What?
and I don't know the reason for that. And that fucking Tierra told me in the interview I did with her that
Oh, you did an
that
interview with her?
I sure did.
But go ahead. Tell me later. Keep
She's
going.
girl. She be in my inbox. We talk. I smooth her. I finesse that girl.
Okay, no, go ahead. Don't finish it. We talk about that later. This story good. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, so Tierra's telling me so that's all like a little part of it, you know what I'm saying? Because like Tierra's telling me like she don't really know where her mama works at because I guess um because I needed answers to all this shit. I didn't understand, you know what I'm saying? Like I needed to know what's going on. So uh, actually let me put that off to the side. Fuck Tierra right now because that is like a
Yeah, that's
whole
what I
different
said. Put
story.
that to the side and finish. And I forgot
Even
what you
though it
was. You
go,
was telling me
even
something
though
good.
even though it goes with it, even though
Oh, you
it
said
does
cat
go with it.
with the search party and the
Cat.
blue rubber
So yeah,
glove,
so
blue
so
rubber
that
gloves.
right, but that's the shit. See, Tierra was telling me about the search party that goes back to like when Kimani first started missing. So they all go up to the Manhattan Plaza and we all meet. I didn't go because I was working, and it started at like 4, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the search party, and I was still at work and I was mad because I didn't get off work until 5 o'clock. So when I got off work, me and Damon we went and we did our own search, and so I'm still interested because I know that Angie lives next door, and I want to know what the fuck did Angie see on them cameras that night, the night before, shit like that. And fucking me and David go up to the Manhattan Plaza. Nobody's up there. So as we're driving around in the hood, we're noticing that people's like walking around on foot doing, searches and shit. So me and Damon's driving like through alleys, and like there was like a dumpster around the corner from Dorothy's house. So like we got out of the car and like we looked in the dumpster and shit. It was like a dumpster like when somebody gets like the roof removed.
Yeah.
So we looked through the dumpster and there was two guys that were like inside of the dumpster, like just digging through boxes or whatever was in there. So nothing was in there. We went through like the alleys. If there was like garbage cans, like we lift the lids. So I drove back behind Angie's house, and behind Angie's house or whatever, I noticed that there's cameras back there in the alley because Nikki told me she had cameras in the back of her house, but I didn't know that it was in the back alley, like on the pole. So that kind of makes like a difference because like then you can see what the fuck is coming down the alley. You know what I'm saying? And Dorothy's only got like a front door, a side. She doesn't have a side door. She got a front door and a back door, and then there's like I think either a window or two windows on the side or something. And it's a time the house to the right was vacant. It was not abandoned because somebody just moved in them motherfuckers the other day when I fucking was spying on her ass. Bitch, I did a whole stakeout on her.
Did you?
I sort of fuck did, and I took Damon with me. I told you my stories are good because I witnessed all this shit, bitch. So, and yeah, like on my shit, yeah. So, fuck. So, um, So yeah, so while that shit's going on, when you look at the back of the house, like Dorothy's garage, there's nothing in it. Like the door to it looks like it's missing or broke off or something because it's up. It's literally like just like a cinder block um garage. You could only fit like one car in it. I don't think it was a lawnmower, but there was like some like maybe like a rake or some stupid shit, not a whole bunch of shit because people would steal it obviously. But there was like a couple things laying in the garage, and then there was like a rag laying on the floor, but it didn't look like no evidence, or you know what I'm saying, nothing like that. I mean, the shit was just, it looked like nobody touched the garage. So I'm like, okay. And I didn't see no garbage cans or anything out back when we drove through the alley, unless I missed it, because I told Damon, I said, we got garbage night coming up, and what if somebody throws her body in the trash can and she goes to the landfill? The fuck?
Right.
Like, cause we don't know where the fuck she's at. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I'm thinking of all different types of crazy shit. So yeah, so like we're driving through the alleys, and so I pulled up in front of Angie's house, in front of Dorothy's house, because I was trying to see if Dorothy had a camera. Well, it looks like there's a ring camera, unless it doesn't work, on the front of Dorothy's doorbell. And Angie's got cameras next door. So I'm like, well, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And so when so
Baby Nancy
Damon
Grace and shit.
when Damon's driving and shit, he's like driving off fast, bitch. Nah, you doing 5 miles an hour. We're not doing 15. Like, we gotta do five. Hello. Like, or we can just get out and walk right now because like we're looking, like we don't know like what is going on, Demon. Like everybody's out on foot. Like, this is what we're doing. Just stop right now. I got to investigate these houses real quick. This is where she was last scene at. Hello, like, let's figure it the fuck out. We're in the middle of a murder investigation, and like you said, I'm fucking investigating with Kate. Tune in at fucking 8 because let me tell you. And I said, brought to you by Roach Beats Production. I tried to tell my brother that too, but he didn't like it. I said, it sounds awesome. It's my commercial. Brought to you in part by Roach Beats Production. I said, and you know what? You can even have one of them little Roach Beats Production. Like, you know how,
Yeah,
like he
yeah,
does it? The fuck?
yeah.
This is my fucking podcast, bitch.
Mm.
So, yeah, so then fucking these girls, well, actually, it was a girl and like a little boy and then another girl, and they were walking down the street. And so and it's right in front of Dorothy's house, right in front of Angie's house. So it goes Angie's house, and then next to Angie's house, there's another house, and then it's the stop sign, like it's the end of the street. So I stopped the car, and I'm like, "Demon, stop! I need to talk to these people real quick." So I rolled down the window, and I'm like, "Hey," I was like, "We've been out here looking around." I was like, "But I got off work at 5 o'clock." I was like, "So what was they saying up at the plaza?" I was like, "Y'all got any more flyers or anything?" And she was like, "No." She was like, "We're just going around knocking on doors, looking in garbage cans, dumpsters, like just whatever." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "That's what we kind of been doing, just driving around looking in alleys and shit." You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Yeah, people's been kicking down doors to like abandoned houses and stuff." She said, "I went through a couple of them, and she said I didn't, see anything." And she said, "I guess during the search, Darnell was going to look in one of the abandoned houses with her." And she's a Mexican girl, and I forget her name right now, but she's on Facebook. I can get her name. I'll run into her. She was telling me that God, it's killing me what her name is. She was telling me that they went to go into an abandoned house, and it was him, um, Dorsey. No wait, him and the cousin KP. It was him, KP, her, and the other lady that she was with, and the kid. And then, there was a couple people behind them or whatever, and they were kind of like going in a group or whatever when they first started off. And anyways, they went into this house or whatever, and she said that he turned around and said that he fucking like he wouldn't let them go in, and he was like, "I'll just check the house." He was like, "But does anybody got a phone?" He was like, "Because the cops took my phone." And the girl was like, "Here, you." The girl that I was talking to, she gave him her phone, so because she had her flashlight turned on her phone, she said that he went in the house or whatever, and they was like, nothing's there. And so then they just went to the next house and whatever. But she had mentioned that at a later point in time as well on the group. And I'm like, because his story was always kind of weird. So then I had called Nikki, and I was talking to Nikki, and I'm like, "What the fuck does Angie got on these damn cameras, Nikki?" She's like, "I'm trying to get in touch with her right now." She was like, "I'll call you back. I'll let you know." She was like, "Because that's what the fuck I'm trying to figure the fuck out." So Nikki calls me back, and Nikki tells me that fucking Angie wasn't home that night. That Lori was up at the fucking hospital having a fucking baby, and that's where she was at all fucking night long. And when Angie fucking came home, I guess the next day, all that shit went down. And fucking after the cops did the interview or whatever, KP and Darnell went over to Angie's house, I guess, and asked Angie if like she had like her cameras, like was they running and shit. So apparently Angie showed KP and Darnell and I believe Dorothy the cameras. I'm pretty positive KP was there. But if it wasn't KP, it was just um what do you call it? Matter of fact, I don't think KP was there the next day. It was Dorothy and Darnell that went over and asked Angie. Hold on. So Angie says, um, oh, I. She tells Nikki she wasn't home. She's wherever. Which okay, whatever. She probably really was at the hospital. I believe that. But why in the fuck did Angie fucking say that she didn't have shit on her cameras? Front or back? Nothing. So then I called Nikki back a couple days later and I'm like, Nikki, they're talking about Kamani went fucking missing now on Monday. I said, so if she went missing Monday, or no, it was Tuesday because first they said Monday, but the teacher saw Dorothy and Kamani walking down Elm and Mulberry on fucking not Elm and Mulberry, they don't even meet. Um Mulberry in Central on fucking Tuesday. How in the fuck can Kamani go missing on Monday? Make that make sense.
Right.
So then I called Nikki back and I'm telling her, what about the other day? Did Angie check her cameras then? She was like, yeah, I asked her. Angie said that she ain't got nothing on camera. Are you fucking kidding me? So then, let me fast forward. They're all looking for Kamani. So Dorothy's playing this fake little search. She's got these blue gloves on, okay?
Uh-huh.
And Dorothy's holding in the text message that um not O'Shea, the boxer, her sister Isis, Queen Isis. Do you know who she is?
Yeah.
Okay. So Queen Isis did an interview with Dorothy because this was after the little fake text messages came out and shit. And everybody was saying that Dorothy fucking texted herself the messages, and all the messages were one sided, like they were all text to herself, and there were no responses.
Yeah, I heard about
So
that too.
Queen Isis did a fucking interview with her. And when she did the motherfucking interview with her, she did a screenshot with a different fucking phone, where the text messages were back and forth, and the text messages weren't even the same motherfucking text messages. The words weren't even the motherfucking same at all. Wasn't even the same shit they were even fucking talking about. In the text messages, Mark's name is fucking mentioned. Okay. Why is Mark's name fucking mentioned? That's where Marcus Temple came into play. Marcus Temple used to be in fucking foster care. So we got all these pedophiles and all these foster fucking kids are going on around here. Darnell was in fucking foster care. Darnell was literally in Ogletree, and then he was adopted by the Jones. And the Jones are from um oh fuck, I'm gonna get it mixed up now. The Ogletrees are from the Cleveland area, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they're from the Cleveland area. And then he also has an adopted mom that's down in Columbus too. It might not be adopted mom, but friends or like whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
He's got people down there too. That's how his ass ended up down there, and he did time down there too.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you know that either.
Uh-uh.
So yeah, so because his record all comes into play too, what he did, and so during the search or whatever, and during that ISIS thing, if you look at her picture, Dorothy's wearing blue gloves while she's holding that phone. Now, why are you wearing a blue rubber glove?
Mm.
So, Pete Game, what if that was Kamani's phone?
Mm.
Why are you wearing a rubber glove?
Mm.
Holding a phone,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And her phone was pinged on the east side on the East Broadway Towers, and Dorothy was supposed to be at work that night on Angola Road.
Mm.
But Tierra told me that Dorothy wasn't at work, that Dorothy called off all week.
I heard that too.
And when they were doing the search and shit, Kat, like I said, was very aggressive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to know where to, like, excuse me, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my earbud went out. That's why I asked. She fucking wanted to know why in the fuck, wasn't Dorothy trying to look for Kamani? She felt like she was full of shit. She's the last one that's seen her, this, that, and the other. Like, where the fuck is Shabu? um what the fuck is going on, like, where the fuck is Darnell at, like, Dorothy, more than what the fuck type shit. So fucking Cat walks up in between uh, um her house, what do you call it, in between the two houses, not Angie's house and Dorothy's house, not on that side, but the vacant house or whatever, and Dorothy's house. She walks up on that side because there's like a sidewalk there, like I said, and there's a couple windows. So she was trying to like make it around back and just like search, just figure out what the fuck is going on, because shit felt fishy. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And I feel her on that shit. So she goes back, like I said, looking for all this shit. Well, Dorothy fucking comes up from behind the house and approaches her and fucking holds a gun up to her. It tells her to get the fuck out of there.
Did she?
Yeah, she threatened her with the fucking gun. Sure
Mm.
did. And don't get me wrong, Cat's aggressive too. So Cat could have been like, going the fuck off, like, running her mouth or whatever the case is, trying to say, like, where's my niece, or like, I'm sure she would have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And fuck, hold on. I was trying to pair these earbuds, but I don't know what the fuck ones they are. Turn it up. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Says connected for calls and it dung in my ear, but it's not connected to this live. Say something.
Hello.
Yep, nope. I'm gonna have to just take them out
You
because
couldn't hear
they.
me.
Huh?
You couldn't hear me.
They no, they won't connect. They didn't do that the last time until we ended the live and came back.
Oh.
So fuck it. So, anyways,
Damn, she
so
pulled a
yeah,
gun
so
on her,
Dorothy
huh?
pulled this gun out on Cat. Now I have to fast forward, so because as time goes by, then things happen. You know what I mean? So to stay a part of the whole Cat Dorothy gun situation and Angie, the fuck, we gotta fast forward some fucking days or weeks. The fuck. Like, so, for real, dude, like, this shit's crazy, bro. I promise you. So then, basically, like I said, like a couple weeks go by, or whatever the case is, and then all of a sudden, fucking, at this point in time, people think that Dorothy has something to do with it. And this is like, the day Kamani's been brought out of the house, after she's been brought out of the house, and after, after she'd been brought out of the house and the cops left and shit like that, then people started like leaving. And then everybody went over to Dorothy's house on Elm Street. And including me, including me.
I heard
Um,
about that too.
and yeah,
They said they was
including
threatening her.
they did.
Mhm.
And so yeah, she felt threatened and shit. So she had the fucking cops come and shit to try to protect her or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Supposedly she staged her own arrest so her and her dog could get out of
I
there.
heard
And
that too. I seen it on
yeah,
the
and
news too. I seen it on the news. I'm arrested.
then fucking Sanika, her fucking Tiara's other fucking sister that lives in Indiana that used to lock Kamani out of the fucking house when she was staying with her. And Kamani used to go to the fucking neighbor's house and fucking get fed all day long because Sanika would just lock her the fuck out while she went to work all goddamn day long.
Mm.
Yeah. So she fucking comes running, throwing herself on the ground. Mommy! Thinking her mommy's going to jail and shit. Fucking staging all that shit. So now there's people parked on the right hand side because on Elm Street, it's really no parking. So there's people parked on the right hand side of the street. Um, And when I say no parking, yes, you can park on the right hand side of the street on Elm, but you can't park on the left hand side. And there's no room because, like I told you, Bronson dead ends into it. So there's a vacant parking lot or whatever across the street where, like for example, like Angie park her car in the field there sometimes or something, or I don't know if Dorothy drives, you know what I mean? But like neighbors and shit be parking over there. And Dorothy was parked over there or her peoples, whoever the fuck dropped her off, when she got out the fucking car and started walking to the house when the cops pulled up, anyways. So people were parked behind the cops and they were sitting there in their cars. There was two people. Kat was sitting in this car in the very back, okay? And then the car in front of Kat's, whatever, was I think another cousin or some shit. I don't know. They're fucking I don't know. And so they're sitting there, they're recording, and I watched their Facebook Live. So when I was watching their Facebook Live and watching Dorothy get arrested and all that shit, because I left because there was no place to park. We had no place to fucking park. The cops just fucking was like pulling up. I couldn't stay there, you know what I'm saying? So we had to leave.
Right.
So so I ended up watching this live while Damon's literally driving home, you know what I'm saying? And so as hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Did you hear me talking about how I was watching it while Damon was driving home?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm watching it as Damon's driving home, and all of a sudden, after Dorothy leaves and shit, um, I see Angie in the video. And she walks up to fucking the car that's recording the video, like towards it. She's not talking to that car. She's talking to the car behind it, Cat. She was talking to Cat. And she said, I don't know why
He got kicked off. Just waiting for you to hit the link, girl.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the Angie walks up to the car and she's like talking to Kit, and she's like, and whoever the fuck else was out there, she was like, I don't know why everybody thinks that I'm Dorothy's bodyguard. Okay, bitch, because you hanging on her nutsack at the motherfucking house. The fuck you talking about, bitch?
You had went out. You said she said she don't know why people think she what?
She walks up and she's like, she's yelling to Cat and whoever the fuck else was out there. She's like, I don't know why everybody thinks that I'm Dorothy's bodyguard, but I'm not.
Oh, that's what she said.
And I was like, who the fuck is she talking to? Where the fuck is she coming out of? Like, no one asked her to go over there. Like, why did she even go over there? I even showed the video to Denise, and Denise was like, what the fuck did Angie even go over there for? It didn't even make any fucking sense. I said, I have no fucking idea. I couldn't figure this shit out my damn self. Like, so then come to find out, right after that was said, guess what the next words was?
But
Bitch, you're the one that gives motherfucking Dorothy the goddamn gun. I didn't give Dorothy shit. Bitch, yes, the fuck you did. You're the one gave Dorothy the fucking gun. And it was Tan. And she was like, so you don't own a gun? And Angie was like, yeah, I own a gun, but my gun ain't Tan. And she was going off on her, bitch. She was
was
dog.
she
She was like ready to fucking beat that bitch's ass.
for real?
And I fucking ain't even gonna lie. I got off on that motherfucking shit. I might have fucking came 10 times. The fuck? And I'm like, knowing that bitch and her background. And then I called Nikki. And I'm like, girl, what the fuck is going on, man? I'm hearing some crazy shit. Like, she said, everybody thinks Angie gave Dorothy a gun and hid it for her. And she was like, Angie didn't do that shit, this, that, and the other. And then Nikki's talking to me, and Nikki's like telling me that I'm like, girl, man, that shit's crazy. I said I drove by Dorothy's house the other day. I saw she was moving out that bitch. And I was like, I fucking followed her. I wanted to know where the fuck she was moving to. And I said, but you know what's crazy? I said, when I stopped, I pulled up in front of the house. I noticed that there was some rolled up carpet padding in front of the house. I said, if she's moving out, why in the fuck is there rolled up carpet padding that you're setting out to the curb? That don't make no sense.
She moved.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, so what happened after that? Did you follow her all the way to her new place?
She moved to the Moody Manor.
She moved to the Moody Manor,
Yeah.
right where she belonged, in the gutter.
Yeah. That's where she at. Moody Manor. Mm-hmm.
What? Okay, then so what after that?
So then, Dorothy said that Kimani's under was in the fucking dining room. Then she said they were in the fucking living room. And then, when the cops get there, the fucking underwear is completely missing. Nobody can find the fucking underwear now. She keeps making comments that Kamani's on her period. What are you making comments about?
Jody, come back up. Oh, there you go.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, talking about Kamani being on her period, this, that, and the other. Now, the cops searched KP's house
did
for
they?
the underwear. They didn't find any underwear, but they did find a blood stain on his carpet that they took a sample of. And the gas stove was on, but Dorothy made herself an omelet before she called the cops.
I heard that too. Okay, so what happened when y'all find out that the dad did it? So I want to hear that part.
So, okay. Then another thing I find out, so Angie and Nikki are defending Dorothy, and they're telling Dorothy what lawyers to get, what lawyers not to get, things about Nikki's brother's case and what his lawyer did, how to plea if something would happen, what Darnell's up facing, um, like giving her all this court background
No, I
shit.
ain't talking about her. I'm just talking about
I'm
how
talking
they
about
find out
Dorothy.
that he did it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm talking about Dorothy because I think Dorothy has something to do with it. I think Dorothy was sex trafficking her.
Oh yeah, other people said that stuff too.
And not only that, but Dorothy says that she wasn't hanging, or she was not really around Darnell like that. Okay.
Uh huh.
So Darnell just started coming into Kamani's life, and he was trying to be a really good dad. So she was letting him see her more and more, but she was very protective over Kamani. And apparently, Darnell picked up Kamani, and or no, I'm sorry. Darnell ended up driving to Cleveland to go fucking see Tierra. Okay. While he's in Cleveland, he picks up Tierra's youngest baby, which is supposedly his kid, too. And he takes that kid and he brings it back here to to here, and goes to the east side and stays, he stays with Nina, his girlfriend. So he's living with her. Now her house is full of kids because she's got 6 kids. And one of her kids is his kids as well. Okay. And she is friends with his ex wife, who he's married to right now, and who is physically going through a divorce right now. And her name is Antonia Sullivan. And Antonia Sullivan is the one that he strangled, that he held over the balcony of the house on the east side.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Antonia's got kids by him. And Antonia, check this out, is sisters with Tierra.
What?
Yep. They got the same daddy.
What?
Yeah. And he light skinned and he got like green eyes. hmm
Who?
Tierra's daddy.
Oh,
And he looks just like Antonia.
do it
Just like her. Identical.
for real?
Yeah. Yeah. And Tierra was in foster care.
Yep, I heard that too.
Darnell was in foster care.
I
Sunita
heard that
was
too.
in foster care, which is their other sister.
Hmm.
I don't know if Antonia was in foster care or not, but there's all this foster care money fucking system fucking circle that's going on over here. That it's a whole different world we don't even know about.
Right.
And I'm
Wow.
not gonna lie to you, I know a lot of foster kids get raped and fucking molested. And believe it or not, and people tend to just do this shit to collect a check because they want to sit home and do their drugs, which is probably what Dorothy fucking does all day long. And Dorothy fucking, her mama was a fucking no good son of a bitch and was a mean ass bitch, just like Dorothy with no motherfucking heart.
For real?
Yep. And you about to be getting your wig blown off over here because Dorothy's mama, the house when Dorothy was pregnant with Tiara, they stayed at 1101 Miami, where Kimani's body is put at.
I know that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And so now I'm like inboxing Tiara, wanting to know what in the fuck is going on. What do you got to say? So yeah, I fucking stayed up. I did a whole fucking interview with her, and what's crazy is she's the one that brought up more Angie shit to me. And I sent her a picture. She said, it's the neighbor next door on the left hand side. I said, well, the neighbor next door on the left hand side, I said, is her name Angie? She said, I think so. She pulled the gun out on my cousin because she gave my mom the gun.
Oh.
I was like,
Wow.
I said, well, I know Angie's got a gun. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? But I don't know what color Angie's gun is. I don't know any of that shit. But I know how fucking grimy Angie is. And Angie let KP and Darnell and Dorothy or who the fuck ever look at them fucking videotapes, girl. Like, for what? She could have just fucking erased it or said that she didn't fucking see shit.
Uh-huh.
Because they said that they saw his black SUV sitting out in front of her fucking house that night. So make that shit make sense. You know what I mean? Like, none of that shit made sense. And what was crazy was then I found out I have like a fake Facebook page. I've had it for years. And so I friend requested a whole bunch of people I don't even fucking know, just to make it look like a real Facebook page. So while I log on there to go fucking snoop around on some shit, tell me why the fuck I find out I'm friends with fucking Darnell on that goddamn page.
What?
So then I start going through Darnell's fucking page, checking shit out. And then I'm starting to realize that fucking Ty's cousin is like commenting on like all of his pictures. He's posting his music. Just
Who
all
is?
Ty's cousin, the guy I dated for 19
Oh,
years.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm still good friends with his family, like for real, like super close. So I called up his mom, Monique. Now Monique's like your age, okay? So Mo's like cool as fuck. So I'm calling Mo and I'm like, Mo, I see, because her son, it's her oldest son that's friends with them. They'd be like Troy. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Be like me calling you about Troy. So I call her up. I'm like, girl, what the fuck is going on? You hear about this whole fucking case and shit? Like, this shit's wild as fuck. I saw that fucking Trey fucking knows him. She's like, yeah, girl. She was like, that motherfucker used to live with me.
What?
She said, yeah, that's Trey Mo's best friend. She
Oh.
said they grew up ever since they was little. And girl, you know, he was in and out of foster care too. She said, and so he had it pretty rough and he went through some shit, she said, and I just can't believe this. She said, I want to talk to him. And I
Oh.
said, girl, I said, ain't nobody gonna let you talk to him now. She said, yeah, no. She said, but I feel like calling down there to that counselor's office. She said, because I know if he says he hears my name, like he gonna answer, he gonna talk. And I was like, So how the fuck do you know him? Like, like, what do you know about him? She's like, girl, Booter started hanging out with him when he was little. He brought him home one day. They was real good friends. Then he started staying the night and shit. And she was like, I know he was going through it. You know what I'm saying? He bounced around these damn foster homes and shit. And at one point in time, he just got tired of the fucking shit, ran away from fucking one of them damn families, whoever, and whoever the fuck the last oldest one was. Yep, he ran away from there. And so he was kind of like homeless, just fucking bouncing from house to house for real, for real. She said he was, like, I don't know, like maybe like 16, 17, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so anyways, he's staying there, whatever. She said, this shit's wild. She said, because he's super good with kids. She said, and she was like, I can't believe that he would do something like this. She said, usually he gets with the female, and he's always the one taking care of the kids. Like, and she was like, but I can't imagine him touching, like doing like what they're saying he's doing. And I'm like, girl, listen, I don't even know. And she was like, my son is like real upset. She was like, girl, she called me crying. Like, she was like, he thought Darnell was like starting to like do really good, like trying to change his life around, get his shit together, you know what I'm saying? Being a part of his kid's life, this, that, and the other. Well, I started doing all this little snooping around with these Antonias and Yeras and fucking Ninas and all this shit. And I get in touch with Tiara. I do my little interview with her. I fucking get in touch with fucking. I didn't contact Antonia because I really didn't care too much about her because I had already heard everything online and all that shit. And then plus, um, you could tell that she may like be a part of his life, but in some sort of way as far as kid wise.
Uh-huh.
But she was friends with Nina. And like, come on, like why she was commenting on Nina's kids, I miss my baby.
Your circle is missing. Your picture.
Hold on.
Oh, you cammed. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I was filling up the dog with water.
Oh, okay.
Oh, um oh my gosh, this is slowly. There you go, buddy. Get you some water. Gotta go potty too. All right. So, girl, listen, that shit was crazy as fuck. So then, if you go on Nina's page, now I talked to Nina's sister, Cassandra. Cassandra told me, she said, he came home and, well, of course, it's all been on the news now. He came, but she told me all this shit before all this was even on the news. She came home and I guess he asked her to turn off the camera and she said that um there was a text message that said that when he like hid this shit under the steps or with the carpet mat and the boots, and then when they pulled him out or some shit, that some blood or something had fucking see, people couldn't get their story straight. First it was blood, then it was mud. Come on. Come on, baby. Take your time. Come on. Up. Good boy. Good boy. Um, yeah, they couldn't get their fucking story straight on that fucking shit because that person that had put blood on their fucking pants, the brother ended up calling out the sister online. That was a whole fucking hot mess. Then
Oh.
there's somebody that had a video that went over to the house and was trying to say that they all had something to do with trying to cover it up, this, that, and the other. So Nina was like, fuck this shit. I'm getting the fuck out of here. So she left the house and went and stayed with her sister, Cassandra. And she was working with the police, trying to figure out where he's at to get him picked up in Columbus, waiting on phone calls and shit. Because he was using them burner phones, I guess.
Uh,
Um, I can never really confirm if he ever had a walkie-talkie, so I'm unsure on that. And I know that they fucking took KP's car, and I know that KP's in North Carolina right now with his mama, and I know KP's fucking mama's fucking brother's fucking wife, and I asked her, I'm like, where the fuck is KP at? Where's the fuck? What the fuck is going on with KP? I told her, I said, I can't stand it, Debbie. I need to know what the fuck is going on. Tell me. Is she guilty or what? Well, so she reads the shit and don't answer back. Now, what does that tell you? Well, if,
wow.
that, if somebody gets in my motherfucking inbox and questions me what the fuck my brother did, bitch, my brother's innocent. The fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Uh-huh.
And the guilty. Oh, the fuck y'all thought. The fuck? I'm fucked up. Well, so he goes to court tomorrow morning.
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm. Sure does. He'll go to court tomorrow morning.
Is he paralyzed? Where they shoot him at?
Huh?
Is he
Um,
paralyzed? Where did they shoot him at?
he's not paralyzed. But I don't think he can walk.
He's still
Um,
recovering.
I think so. Um, we seen him move his toes in the courtroom, so that tells me he's not paralyzed.
I ain't paying attention to that.
Yeah,
So did he pull a gun on the police first? He tried to pull a gun on him?
I don't know if you break it down, like, and you do screenshots and blow up the video and shit like that. He pulled a gun out, and I don't know if he accidentally shot himself or if he really did just shoot himself and they had already shot him as well. You know what I mean? But I know he shot on his left hand side.
They ain't
They,
said about him shooting himself, did they? I didn't hear that.
oh yeah, hell yeah, they were saying that he shot himself.
Who
That's
said
why
that?
it's all over the fucking place.
The police
It's,
said it or just people saying it?
um, the news, the
The
news,
news said it?
the news, because police ain't saying shit. Really, the only police that's ever said anything was the Columbus police. They're the ones that told us that he fucking slit the wrist and fucking decapitated her.
Yeah.
And the girl that lives next door to the house that Kamani was at, her name's Tasha. She's got a TikTok. And her TikTok's real nice. It's all laid out, the whole story with videos of
Uh,
everything. Her mom, a cop came to her house, asked her if she had any cameras. She got cameras, but they're not actually running cameras. So the only thing that they caught was a black SUV turning down that street. Nobody physically saw Darnell carry Kamani's body up the stairs in a garbage bag. That was never confirmed. It was never confirmed that KP helped him carry the body up there. That was never confirmed. It was never confirmed whether or not Darnell was standing outside of the house smoking a cigarette. It was never confirmed that KP and Darnell got into it in the car and sat there for 20 minutes before pulling off. Or him carrying her up. Like, none of that has been confirmed. It's all been hearsay. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in trial, because KP states that he's innocent, but yet he's not making any public fucking statements. And I talked to KP's fucking ex-girlfriend, who said that he's very fucking abusive and he's a fucking asshole. And She said, I got fucking videos and all this shit. I got all her screenshots.
Mm.
I was the first person that found out what the fuck KP's real name was. Nobody even knew what the fuck his real name was.
Really?
The first person to put it out.
Mm.
Yeah. And then some other chick fucking said that he used to try to touch her fucking in school, this, that, and the other, and that he was real fucking weird and shit too. So
Really?
like, yeah. So like, okay, so like and then there's this girl named Lexi Royal that lives in California, supposedly. As far as I can research, it's her history all does pull back to Stockton, California, but this is fucking 2025, just because she lives in California doesn't mean that she doesn't have family here in Ohio that's friends with Dorothy. So everything that she's putting out there and telling me and everybody else in the Toledo Police Department, the fuck, is fucking information that could be trying to throw him left field to throw Dorothy off. Or maybe she's just really telling real information. But she got these really weird text messages that were threatening, telling her, bitch, why in the fuck are you investigating this case so much? Why you so nosy? This, that, and the other. What the fuck do want to be? You want to be so nosy? I talk to Kamani and I talk to Kamani all the time. I was close to her. And matter of fact, Kamani called me that night. And Kamani's phone must have been in her pocket or something because I heard everything in the background. And
What?
Darnell was outside of the fucking house that night. Supposedly, this fucking trap house on the fucking east side. He was over this fucking house that night, whatever, and he was out in the back smoking a cigarette or some shit, doing whatever he's doing in the backyard. And these people were in the fucking house, and I guess they were fucking raping Kamani. There's Oscar, was one of them. Oh God, what the fuck are the other two names? There's two other fucking names, and I got screenshots of all of them.
What?
Yep. Um, and then all of a sudden, fake Facebook pages were getting created and then getting deleted and shit. Like, shit became like really fucking weird. Like, and they were saying that that this Oscar was the one that tied her up and this other dude was fucking raping her. And I guess apparently Kamani scratched him on his face or whatever. And when he scratched her on his face, he got pissed the fuck off. And that's when he fucking cut her hands off.
What?
And I guess. Okay. And I guess Darnell came in the house. He was beating on the door because everybody was like, she's yelling and crying. And he can hear the shit from outside. So he's all like, let me in. What the fuck's going on? So supposedly he gets in the fucking house. Supposedly. All this is alleged.
Yeah.
And he gets in the fucking house or whatever. And I guess then at that point, supposedly, like they just told him like to go fucking get rid of her. So supposedly, he then took her to that fucking house, and that's apparently where she was at the whole time during like the search or whatever, where everybody was looking for her, was at this trap house on the fucking east side, while everybody's in the north end looking for her.
Wow.
And I guess he did it apparently because he owed these people money. And I was asking Monique, I was like, did you ever know if he ever did any drugs or anything like that? She said, girl, all I knew is that he fucking smoked weed and he drank. And she was like, that's all I really knew. You know what I'm saying? She was like, fuck, I don't know. But then I pulled up a police record where he got caught with a fucking crack pipe. So he was smoking fucking crack. Because what are you doing with a crack pipe and you don't smoke crack? Make that make
Right.
sense.
Right.
So he fucking owed somebody some motherfucking money, and I think that he was fucking trading Kamani to fucking pay that shit the fuck off or whatever the fuck, and then it went bad, and then he had to go fucking finish her off. I mean, it makes fucking sense, but
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, like it's crazy because you're like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like,
But why did he admit to doing it?
I that's what I'd like to know is like, is if that is true, because Dorothy says that he admitted to the rape and he admitted to the slitting of her throat and wrist. That's what Dorothy said on the news. I just watched it again last night.
Oh, really?
So if Darnell really did rape Kamani, I'm gonna be pretty fucking shocked. And I'd like to know why, because if he was raping her, and whatever, because he was just sick minded,
Say grape.
how, okay, how fucking, why'd you have to kill her though? Like, I don't believe it was just his first time.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? He's got all these fucking kids with Nina. He's fucking living with her, all this bullshit. Like, Nina said she never expected any of it. That's what Cassandra told me.
Uh,
And Nina just accepted my friend request like fucking 4 or 5 days ago.
uh,
So, and I didn't want to message her yet. You know what I'm saying? It's a little too fresh. I'll wait until after we find out what's going on in court.
yeah. Uh-huh.
But,
So what are you going for? What is he going to court tomorrow for?
well, so, oh, and do you understand that his lawyer? Oh my God. Do you know anything about his lawyer? Did you hear anything about that?
No, tell me. You know way more than I do.
My God, this is so sick.
What?
Bitch,
What? Go ahead.
bitch, this shit is crazy. That's why I'm like, Carla, I really want to know what this motive is and why in the fuck have they not arrested Dorothy with something? Something's going on that's real funny. And I'm wondering if they're going to try to charge Darnell and then go after Dorothy and if there's anybody else, then these other people, so that they're not all tried together and they're tried separately because of the Kamarion and Keyshawn case that they fucked up on. If not, Toledo police is dumb as fuck. That's all I got to say. Real talk. Because at this point, I need to be fucking police chief and tell you how to do your motherfucking job. You doing your investigation all fucked up. Bro, guess what the fuck they done did to this dude? Okay, first of all, he said in court he is manic depressive, schizophrenic, bipolar, ADHD, and some other goddamn bullshit. Right? Okay. So supposedly if he done did all this shit, if he did all this shit, right? Then why in the fuck this just don't make no sense. Hold on. My toes is fucking freezing down here on this fucking wood floor. I didn't get on some carpet. Sorry, I give me a bowl of cereal. So, the, okay. So they go to court. Okay. My friend Shireen was in the courtroom, and then there's two other people that was in the courtroom. The black lady and then the white lady. And my mom knows their names. I don't give a fuck. And then there's Dorothy. And Dorothy sits right behind fucking Darnell. Now, why she's not sitting on the other fucking side, I have no idea. And so they all fucking go to court. And they're all fucking sitting there in fucking court and shit. And like I said, Shireen, I talked to her. She goes to fucking town hall meetings, all this shit, okay? Because she's trying to start Kamani's law. I guess, and make some changes. And I just told her today my idea on changing our Amber Alert, so she
Uh-huh.
if she can start something, because with the Amber Alert you got to have all these things checked off. And
Yeah.
okay, so if the prosecutor, okay, I forget and forgive me because I forget his name right at this moment. The prosecutor, uh, like what his name is, like the lawyer for the prosecutor. So like Kamani's lawyer, Dorothy's lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like the state of Ohio's lawyer, right?
Uh-huh.
Whatever the fuck his name is. Hold on. Whatever the fuck his name is. He's a lawyer. He's been in business for many fucking years, okay? Dude's probably about ready to fucking retire. And he's going up against Ogletree Judge. And then he got a son. And his son's a lawyer.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And he's Darnell's lawyer. And the judge said,
You still there? Come back, girl. Oh, there you go.
and the judge said, like, Mr. Ogletree, do you understand? I can give you some time to get a different lawyer. Like, you can fucking shop the fuck around. And he said, no. He's cool. He's chill with it. He said in court on live TV, well, you know, we got summertime coming up. They're family. They're going to have barbecues, picnics. You know, they might even go to a baseball game together. And even though, under oath, they can't discuss the case, they are family. And you do understand that, right, Mr. Ogletree? Yes, I do, sir. And you're okay with that? Yes, I am, sir. Okay. So his lawyer asked for I don't know, 60 or 90 days or some shit like that to get his shit together to form his case. And the judge says, nah, I'm gonna give you like 30 days.
How many?
Like 30 days. And he's like, we gonna come back. I don't know if it was exactly 30 days, but it's somewhere around there. He said, we'll come back and we'll see what type of evidence they come up with. And if they need more time from there. So that's what we're going to court tomorrow to find out if they have enough evidence to take this to a jury and bound them in, or do we need more time to still collect evidence for witnesses and things like that, and then bound in a jury. So we're trying to get this bound over to go to jury so that we can not only convict him, but also get information about possibly other people as well.
Um,
KP, Dorothy, these possible Oscars, and the two other dudes or whatever. These Brandon was the one that tied her up or some shit. And Oscar's the one that fucking raped her and she scratched. My bad, I had that backwards.
okay. So why the hell is he plead not guilty if he admitted to doing it? That don't make sense.
Plea bargain, so he doesn't get the death penalty.
You say what?
Plea bargain, so they can offer him a plea bargain to not have the death penalty.
By him pleading not guilty?
Right.
Oh, okay.
If he would have pled guilty, the judge could have sentenced him right there and gave him the death penalty.
Oh, I see.
So he's trying to go. He already knows he's going to prison for life because he admitted to fucking killing her. You know what I'm saying, and raping her. But boy, I would love to see the tables turn if that motherfucker didn't rape her and that damn DNA wasn't his. So I'm interested in knowing how that shit plays out. And Dorothy still fucking needs to be arrested for neglect. At least something. Otherwise, she's getting off just like that baby Braylon case. Just like that granny got off. And that Dejanay, she fucking walking around here right fucking now scot free.
Is
But
she?
hell yeah. Out here living her best life. I was just checking out her page the other day, Dejanay Cox.
Yeah. You hear to that story in Detroit with that Naziah Harris?
Yeah, it's just like Kamani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's just wild.
Uh-huh.
Wild as fuck. And I just saw today on the news that this fucking 15-year-old girl fucking cheated on her fucking boyfriend. Her boyfriend came over to the fucking house and fucking stuck a gun in her fucking mouth, threatened her with it, and then fucking shot her in the fucking head. And guess
What?
what? His fucking daddy I grew up with and tried to fucking rape me when we was little, and fucking about five of my male friends fucking jumped him.
What?
I was walking around the neighborhood with them. We were talking, and he was like showing me these pictures that he drew of like this basketball player, and he like shooting a basket, and he like gave me the drawing, and he was like just being flirtatious with me, and I was like only 13 years old. And we walked over to my friend Krishanda's house, and I fucking knocked on her front door. Nobody was there. And in the backyard next door, Krishanda's cousin Vondell lived there. And him, Timmy, Bryant, Don, and I don't know if Grant was there. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of dudes in the backyard, like my homeboys. And matter of fact, it's Damon's drug dealer. The fuck? But they're my homeboys. Like that's how we met. Um, and fucking, I went around the back door or whatever. We were sitting on Krishanda's porch. She had like a deck, and we were watching like Vondell and all them playing basketball because like there was no fence that like separated like their backyard. You know what I'm saying? So the two backyards because there was two houses next to each other. So fucking I stood up and he was sitting down on the porch or whatever of the deck. And it was summertime. I had a pair of shorts on and I had a black t-shirt. And as a matter of fact, I can even tell you my fucking shorts, they were like a coral orange color. Like I still remember the fucking day. And he fucking tugged my pants straight down. Like they lit because they were like big on me. Like they came straight down.
Wow.
And he was trying to like grab me, and then when he was grabbing me, he was trying to pull my underwear down below my butt. This is outside in
Wow.
the back of my friend's house.
Wow.
And he tried to pull my underwear down, and he like tried to stick his dick in me, and and I'm trying to get away from him. And I had jumped up on top of the fucking deck, and I swung around and I swung around underneath the deck bar and like started running from him. And Bryant turned around and saw what the fuck was happening and fucking went after him, and all the boys fucking beat the shit out of him in the
That's what
fucking
he
house.
deserved. Wow.
And so, yeah, his name was Robert Shields. And that was his son that fucking murdered that little girl, Robert Shields the third.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yep, murdered her on Park Street.
When this
Oh,
happened?
um, I think last year, but he just got convicted of it. Uh, no, not last year. I'm fucking tripping, bro. This happened in April, March or April, because it was that incident. It was that little kid that was trying to sell them shoes. They fucking grabbed his hair and fucking threw him, and then he fucking got killed. Him and
What about him?
Damon's sister's fucking son. He fucking was selling. No, he was trying to buy a gun. My bad. He lived on Woodward Street, which is like 4 streets from me, and he fucking was trying to buy a gun real early in the morning, like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning or some shit, and they fucking robbed him and fucking shot him point blank in his fucking front yard. So yeah, like all these little kids getting fucking murdered. I don't know. I guess the little boy, he fucking was selling these Balenciaga tennis shoes on Facebook Marketplace, and this dude said he was gonna fucking buy him or whatever. So him and his friend was in the passenger seat, and then there was a little boy in the back seat. Oh, another boy in the back seat. The kid walked up to the car to go fucking buy the fucking shoes, and the dude pulled a fucking gun out on him and grabbed his fucking shoes. And then they grabbed, when instead of just fucking shooting him or whatever the fuck, he had a fro. They grabbed him by the fro and fucking they took off. So they're doing like 60 miles an hour down the damn side street, and this kid's hanging on the side of this fucking car, and dudes got him by his fucking hair, and then they let him go.
Mm.
So he fucking ended up dying from his injuries.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I sound like, man. That shit is wild as fuck. Like, mm-hmm. Too much violence, girl.
Mm.
But I don't know. I'm about to get off this bitch, though.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right. Bye bye.